Welcome into Mount Juliet High School, the side of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving tournament, and we are underway between Webb and Upperman in a fun boys basketball matchup. Noah McKay joined by Jacob Vinson as Webb opens up the ball game with the basketball. Baseline drive and a right-hand lay in quickly here for the feet. 0-2 on the season, got blown out by Lipscomb Academy. A narrow 2-point loss against Summertown for Upperman. 2-1, 2 straight wins. A buzzer beater on Saturday for Ty Cobb against Page. Here's Cobb in the half court for the Bees, working left to right. They're in the white jerseys, Webb in black, as Cobb jumps it over for Joseph Maynard. His best game of the season on Saturday, but a turnover here. And Webb will come up the other way, and then they'll call a bump foul. We'll see how this one's officiated. Ty Cobb picks up his first 38 seconds in. They were ahead of schedule today. Very rare. We were supposed to get 30 at 1:30, so. And then all of a sudden they tipped it off at 1:15. So a little bit of a rush start for us. But we are presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Happy to be along with you today. And there are some weird names for Webb from all across the world. Obviously a D2 team. They're turning into a little bit of a boarding school with the amount of different countries represented. Quick trigger three up, no. Rebound for the birthday boy. Ty Cobb comes away with the rebound, and he'll bring it up. Cobb across the timeline. He skips it over to Collier Bush. He triggers the corner three, can't connect. Rebound down the other way. Chamika with the board. He sends off to Balkins. I'm going to get these names wrong, and that's okay. Cook has it here, left wing side. He picks up his dribble and bounce it for Bangmeyer. I can do that one. Here's Balkins. Picked up by Jack Torrance. Starting five today for the Bees: Cobb, Torrance, Maynard, Bush, and Johnson. Colton Johnson did not play in that win over Page. He was taking a visit to Appalachian State. And now we will have a bump foul called on Collier Bush. And these same officials were the officials in our last girls game, which saw Franklin County fall to Blackman, and they were terrible. So, I mean, awful. So just take that under advisement.
I recognize the one who just made the call. And
awful.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely awful.
Part of a lot of Cookeville games last year.
Just have no clue what's going on. Inbound, fired inside, spin back, open tray on the way, connects. 5-0 Webb, slow start for the Bees as Tio Kook splashes it home.
Yeah, and this is a Webb team that has a good amount of size as well, obviously able to move the ball around, and everybody's looking to shoot from outside.
Yeah, 6'5", 6'7", 6'5", 6'3", down the lineup for Webb as Bush gives over to Jack Torrance. Upperman just trying to settle into the contest here. Looking backdoor for Ty Cobb, gets to the spot and puts it in for two.
Yeah, really good cut from Cobb from that right wing side. Good pass as well from the top of the key. We'll see if that gets the offense going a little bit here for the Bees.
Ty scoring 29.7 points per game so far, and that was hampered. He scored over 32 in both competitive games. The blowout, he came out with 22 against Van Buren County. Here's a wing three for Webb. That one's too strong. Long board down for Jack Torrance, who pushes it ahead. Torrance looking to get rolling here in game number 4 for Upperman. Sends over to Collier Bush. Now Cobb in the corner, one-on-one. Thank you very much for the Bees. Back out Collier Bush, swings it over for Maynard. Now into the corner for Torrance. Bush off his screen, left wing side. Cobb flashes free. He gets the pass. Cobb shoulder checks off the defender. Throws a nice dump off to Johnson. Swiped out of his hands on the way up. Johnson gets it back, turns, saves it in bounds, but it goes to Webb. The feet pushing it ahead with tempo. Balkins sends it over right side, Rabicus. Rabicus turns inside on Cobb. Shot blocked. Rebound down to Maynard. Maynard quickly ahead as the game is opened up all of a sudden. Here's Jack Torrance. Torrance drives inside, blocked with authority. Swatted out of play by Kook. It's 5-2 Webb, 5:10 to go in the first quarter.
Well, if you're going to take it inside, you got to take a jump shot because they're going to look and block every single shot when you go inside. You got to go with the shot fake, get them up in the air, let them fly by, and then try to get it up and in.
Cobb inbounds here to Colton Johnson. Now back to Jack Torrance. Cobb off a screen on the corner. A little head fake, drives inside, got a big bump, no call. Bush lines up the deep three. Yes, sir. Collier Bush with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
And that's what Collier Bush and Jack Torrance are going to have to do a lot this season. They're going to be left open when everybody goes and guards Cobb. They're going to have to knock those down.
Nice little pick and roll play, and taking it all the way in was Rabicus for two. He has 4 early ones, back to 7-5. Webb with the lead. Busy week again here at UCR, just getting started. 2 games today. We'll have multiple games tomorrow as well. A lot of them here in Wilson County. As Cobb has it, puts the dribble down. Cobb spins away from a double team. Now fires a fastball to Johnson, up and under. Colton Johnson, good for 2.
Yeah, and then Johnson, they're glad to have him back, especially his post presence inside. Brings that physicality, and they're going to need it today against this taller Webb team.
And his 2 games this season, he has 2 double-doubles. 3 won't go. Ty with a rebound, and now Cobb will push it ahead. Quickly a pass ahead. Maynard couldn't quite get it. Now numbers. Cobb playing with 1 foul, so he just swipes it away. Active hands now punched out of play by Torrance. It'll stay on this end with Webb, I think. And it will. Finn Sism to the table. He's checking in here. See who he's getting in for. A little bit more size for Finn Sism. Comes in for Jack Torrance. Inbound coming from the baseline here. Upperman trying to deny. Flip pass over the top. Tipped by Bush, and they call a foul.
Oh. Guess what?
Second personal on Collier Bush. Same guy.
Same guy.
It may be. I'll save the comment.
It's a Thanksgiving classic, so make it a little lax for us.
Torrance, he may be the worst ref in the state. That's what I was going to say.
We're 4 minutes in, we're letting that fly.
Am I wrong? Sometimes you walk in the gym and you go, oh, come on. Left wing pass, now back top of the key, swinging around in the right wing. Drive inside, now a skip pass, nice feed. Open three on the way, connects. They capitalize. Cook with his second triple already. It's back to a 3-point Webb lead.
They got a lot of shooters, and they're able to get some penetration that time. The defense sags down to try to help underneath and leaves the shooter wide open who's able to knock it down.
Cobb with it, sends over for Jack Torrance. Torrance back to Cobb. Next up, fun girls matchup. Lady Bees against Stewart's Creek. Cobb wide open in the mid-range. One dribble, puts it up, can't finish. Rebound by Colton Johnson extends the play for Upperman. Maynard sends over to Jack Torrance. Torrance into Johnson. Johnson, power dribble, spins into the teeth of the defense. Back out for Torrance. Now an overpass somehow finds Cobb. His three blocked. He got killed, and a foul was called. Bang Meyer called for his first, team's first, and a trip for three for Ty Cobb at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line.
Yeah, and you're seeing it early on. They're really converging in on the paint on Johnson when he catches. They're really trying to make you shoot over the top of that defense. Really good pass on the opposite side there to Cobb, and Cobb stepping into it, able to draw the foul, and we'll see if he's able to convert these free throws.
Lofton Crouch had probably his best game as a B on Saturday. He's at the table as the first one is good for Ty Cobb. 3 early ones for him. Today's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Cobb wasn't ready for it, and our friend just threw him the ball. It's going to be weird today. Next one on its way. Pops out no good.
These weeks always are.
I can't imagine that's good for your rhythm.
No, I'm sure it's not.
Maynard checks out for Crouch. Next one for Cobb is good.
We got 2 games of this.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
That's
Let's
right.
have some fun this week. Let's go.
Full week of basketball.
Let's go, baby. Right side now, swinging over left. I got to be on my P's and Q's at Rupp Arena. Until then, we're just going to have some fun. Turnaround shot, fade away to mid-range. That is a nice-looking shot. Rebecca's has 6 already for Webb. They're back in front by 3.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like a team that's winless on the season. But you mentioned the opponents that they've played so far this year as well, and obviously continues here with the Bees.
Yeah, really, really good. It's now past miscommunication. Sism bounced off the block. Torrance threw in. Now 2-on-1. Euro step inside. Right-hand shot. No. Put back is good. Rebecca's with the 2, and timeout time for Bobby McWilliams. And you mentioned game 1 for Webb, total blowout, then a battle with Summertown. Upperman, this is where it gets really interesting with that defending state champion tag, Jacob, because you get every team's best, even in the Thanksgiving Classic. Sometimes, it's 1:30 on a Monday. You're out of school. You kind of a sloppy start. Webb, they're on top of it early. Upperman probably fortunate to only be down 5.
Yeah, they're ready to go. And you mentioned that early start as well. Supposed to be getting started still in about 5 minutes. We're already almost all the way through in this first quarter. But you just haven't been able to get into the offensive rhythm that they would like to do. Obviously, a couple of turnovers, a few too many turnovers in this first quarter. And defensively, everybody on Webb is able to score the basketball, so everybody's got to be good in their on-ball defense, and it hasn't been good enough here early on for the Bees, so it's got to be a little bit better. The help's got to be there whenever they move the ball around as well, and so a good timeout taken here by Coach McWilliams to try to settle them down a little bit, and we'll see if they can get into their offense out of the timeout.
There's a quick cash pawn shop timeout on the floor there for Upperman. More on that to come later. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-9. Bees trail with the basketball. They have not been great in first quarters this season. Had a battle back against Brentwood. Brentwood looks really good, still rolling through teams.
We'll see them tomorrow.
We will. Cobb going to drive inside, gets free off the glass. 2 more for Ty Cobb.
That's pretty good offense right there. Whenever he's got a head of steam going to the basket, working downhill, he's normally able to finish or draw a foul.
Kleiman brings it up here for Webb. He bounces it over left side. Now a drive in for Chamika. He'll reverse it out left corner. 3 ball on the way. That one's no good. Finn Sism with a box out and a rebound.
Yeah. I was just going to say, looking at him shoot, you don't want to leave him open. They've left him open a couple of times. He's made him pay.
Yeah, he's already made 2. Left side here, Rylan Case into the game. He has the basketball, the sophomore. Sends back over for Lofton Crouch. Spins it back across for Case. Case picks up his dribble, leads an outlet, finds Crouch. He'll slide, trigger the three, no. Long rebound. Crouch gets it himself, follows his shot, and then the official says stepped out of bounds. It'll go back the other way. Maynard to the table to check in. I didn't think you stepped out. And usually I'd say the official has a better view.
Usually.
I'm not saying that right now. Coming up the floor is Kleiman. Maybe Cloman. Kleman. Now a drive, little check. Crouch wants a foul, doesn't get it. Rebound tipped up into the air, saved in. It goes to Case, and a chance for the Bees with numbers. Cobb activates, skips it across to Maynard. Maynard with a baseline drive. Maynard fouled from behind. Little reach around by Philip Bangmeyer. Only 2 fouls against Webb, but both against him with 1:15 to go in the first quarter.
I think he's the only one that's blown the whistle.
Or the official who's handing the ball to Cobb blew one when Ty got tackled. Outside of that, everything else has been, that's correct. You're spot on.
We're hard-hitting analysis today.
Johnson sends back to Case. Now in the corner, Cobb. Cobb with a baseline drive. He's double-teamed. Think they know who Ty Cobb is? He skips it back out to Crouch. Now Cobb, speaking of, that's why he triggers the three. No Ryland. Case flies in for a good rebound. Here's Maynard into Cobb. Open mid-range, shot fake, got hit, and the foul. This one will go on Knack. That's his first, team's third. Ty Cobb to the line to shoot 2 more.
And that's all because of Ryland Case, that weak side, able to crash the glass on the opposite side and able to get the basketball back into the hands of the Bees to give themselves another chance.
First one for Cobb at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line connects. Just a measly 7 points already for Ty Cobb. He's a pretty good basketball player.
Probably lower than his average.
It's right about it. As he goes 2 for 2, averaging 29.7. He's at 8 points, and he's going to get his typical defensive possession breather at the end of the first quarter. And if they get the ball back with a stoppage, he'll go back to the table. Bringing it up, here's Cloman. Coleman bounces it over left side. That one grabbed by Cannon. Cannon, the most normal name on the team, has it left wing side here. Gives back out Coleman. Back to Cannon. Upperman in their 2-3 zone defense here. Started man-to-man. They got out of it quickly. 3 ball for Cannon. On the way, no. Maynard boxes out, wins the physical rebound. Now ahead for Ryland. Case pushing the tempo. Case with pressure from behind, dumps it off to Johnson. He spins to Maynard. Maynard going to drive inside. Over to Johnson. Touch pass to Sism. Ben Sism. Turnaround jumper. Good.
Really good ball movement by the Bees. Sism, a nice move as well. Shot fake, spin around, you get the easy bucket.
Upperman hasn't played particularly well, and they're ahead by 1, 15-14 as we head to the end of the first quarter, 10 seconds to play. Rebecca sends it over left side, Cannon. Cannon back across Cloman. Back to Cannon. Cannon left wing, wide open, 4-3, can't hit. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. It's Upperman 15, Webb 14. This is Upperman basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Upperman leads 15-14, and a huge congratulations to the head coach for the Bees, Bobby McWilliams, the 2026 BCAT Hall of Fame. He's going to be inducted next year. Tremendous accomplishment for a tremendous head coach, Jacob.
Absolutely, and obviously you get the state title last year, but he's been doing such a good job with this Bees program for so long. Finally able to bring that gold ball, and it finally kind of puts the exclamation point on the career, which is obviously still continuing here this season.
A Hall of Famer indeed, as Maynard gives back to Torrance, who wasn't ready for it. And that's just kind of been the theme right now, just out of sync. And Bobby McWilliams, speaking of, looks at one of his guards and says, "What are you doing?" That's not where that pass was supposed to go.
Well, normally this is what the Bees kind of look like this early on in the season. Normally they don't have their football guys back this early, but the last couple of years they have after being in just the second round. So been able to have them back in there for at least a little bit.
And dealing with, Johnson coming in and out. Maynard with the bounce back steal, 2-on-1. Get your cameras ready. Alley-oop, but it's off the mark. Knocked out of play. It'll stay with the Bees. You knew what they were going to try to do. Just couldn't time it up well. And Bush going to check in here for Maynard 30 seconds into the second quarter.
Yeah, it just kind of looked like he was expecting him to keep it himself that time. Just go up and lay it in, thinking the defense is going to go to Cobb, and they stayed home.
It's tough to hold off the urge to toss up an alley-oop for a highlight reel when you got a guy who can get up like Cobb, and quite frankly like Maynard can as well.
Right.
Waiting to see that,
Exactly.
but he has it. Torrance from a mile away, can't get it. Rebound fought for, tipped out of play, and it'll go to Webb. 7:17 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and a good job again by crashing the glass. These deep shots, you're going to have some long rebounds sometimes. That one just sailing out of bounds and unable to haul it in.
Bees and Lady Bees here for the next 3 days at Mount Juliet. The potential's on the board if the Lady Bees take care of business to have a championship matchup on Wednesday with Blackman, which would be awesome.
That would be a great basketball game.
2 state championship contending teams in their class. Pass out here, Cannon. Behind the back dribble. Cannon sends it over left side. Into the corner, 3-ball on the way, and good. Kipris Rebekis from somewhere in Europe has 11 points already. He's a good player.
So you sent the roster, and I texted you last night. I said I initially thought that said Kakoa Vesperis at the top of it.
He's probably going to call him that a couple of times. Here's Torrance. 6:40 to go here. Left side, Bush into the corner. Cobb, little head fake for Ty. He'll back in, now spins back out. Cobb back out to Bush. Now Torrance. Torrance skips it across to Cobb. In rhythm, 4-3. Can't hit. Rebound. There's a tussle inside between Sissom and one of the Webb players, Knack. I'm still not sure who it's going on here. And they get it on Knack. So Sissom able to win that fight, gets the call.
Yeah, that's what Sissom's done for the last few seasons. Obviously, last couple of years, he's been getting a lot of playing time early on, and then it kind of wanes off. But he's going to get playing time throughout this year, being one of those post players.
And he gets the quick inbound from Cobb. Finn Sissom with 4 points in the first half.
And if he can give you 6 points a ball game, that is going to be huge for this Upperman team. He doesn't have to score a lot, but at least be a little bit of a threat down low.
Yeah, you're going to get 30 a night from number 0. You need about 30 from everybody else, and you'd be okay with this defense. Right side pass here, tied up at 17 now. Rebekis drives into Cobb, who rejects him, sends him back out the other way. Rebekis, that's a fun matchup. Into the low block. Cook fires it across, intercepted by guess who? Finn Sissom. Playing well here. Now he'll send it ahead to Cobb. Cobb picks up, back to Sissom. Sissom traveled with it. Shuffled the feet, had a defender, wasn't ready for it, and it goes back the other way.
Yeah, just right on the elbow, and you said it, the defender right in front of him just couldn't quite step through like he wanted to, and just a tough situation there for Sissom. Was still kind of on the move, didn't have his feet set, so turnover, but I've still liked how Sissom has played here early on. He's been really solid. Obviously gets the steal there defensively as well. He's poured in a couple of points too.
Not even going to try this young man's name. He sends it over the right side. Cannon with it. Back to him. Over to Cannon. They didn't put first names on their roster, so I'm no clue. It's not happening. Left side now. Spin it back out. That one able to be saved in by Cannon. Bush steps right to him. It's poked by Sissom right to Jack Torrance. Torrance pushing it ahead with tempo. Now he'll slow it back down. Torrance back out to Bush. Bush, left side, Torrance, wide open. Jack Torrance for 3. He got it. JT with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
They really need him to get going from outside, really become that deep threat for this Beast squad to open up the offense, especially in the paint.
Upperman with a 3-point lead, 20-17, 5:10 to play here in the first half. Opening round matchup of this Thanksgiving Classic. It is a tournament style here. Guaranteed 3 games no matter what. Upperman probably the favorite in the boys bracket. The distinction as the reigning state champs. That pass nearly intercepted. Cannon has it, steps back, swings over left side. Nice contort to catch him as that one's tipped out again by Finn Sissom, out of play. Case Maynard, not even on that roster. 15's not even on there.
Ah, well, I got it from their website, so he must be a JV player.
You never know. Jamaica gonna inbound here from the baseline. Running out of time. Now he just goes over the top, finds Cannon. 3-point Upperman lead here. Trying to move this zone around under the Webb feet. That pass nearly intercepted. Turning inside, Jamaica with a strong finish.
They're able to do it different ways. Able to beat you inside, able to beat you outside. So the defense is going to have to be strong at all three levels.
Chinome Chimika with the finish. Here's Johnson, outside loft and crouch. He lines up the three. Can't hit. Rebound down. That one grabbed by Kook. Now here they come ahead with a ton of speed. Rebecca drives in, throws up wildly. Got to be a charge. Nope, they say it's a blocking foul. 2 free throws upcoming here for him. They get it on Colton Johnson, his first. Typically, you won't see a guy get a call when he goes in backwards.
Normally.
This is not a normal day.
No. And we got a big day of basketball coming up tomorrow.
We do.
Depending on obviously what happens in these 2 games, we'll be here in Mount Juliet. We'll also be over at Lebanon High School tomorrow. Cookeville playing Brentwood.
Fun.
Tomorrow, back-to-back games, boys and girls. So those will be 2 fun games. Obviously, you've gotten a chance to see both of those Brentwood teams against these Bees a little bit ago, just last week. And then we'll have Pickett County and Stone Memorial tomorrow night. Also, 2 good basketball games and 2 good teams.
And there's your ball don't lie as the first free throw's no good off front iron.
We got a lot of fun basketball this week.
There's
more on Friday and Saturday as well.
Another game we weren't expecting to have on Saturday.
Silliness.
Got screwed.
Is what that is.
Tech got screwed. 0 for 2 at the line. And now they've called a lane violation. Said he came in on the shooter before he crossed. It hit the rim. That is
we're just making
that
up
is
rules.
In the second opinion, verse 3 of the rule book.
We're just making up rules.
Second opinion, chapter 2.
Hey, he did it again.
Verse 4. He missed it again. Colton Johnson with a rebound this time.
What are we doing?
Ty Cobb, bring it up. Sends it over to
the first
Torrance.
I've ever heard that.
Crouch into Cobb inside. Cobb goes up. A lot of contact. Count it. And 1. Ty Cobb with the finish, and unfortunately, T.O. Cook, who's having a good start to the game, is a little bit slow to get up. Big collision there as Cobb puts it through, and we'll try to complete a 3-point play. But first, they'll take a look at him. Hopefully just an awkward fall, and he is okay. Take a quick break. Well, no, they're helping him back up to his feet, so we'll stay right here. I think he may have hit his hip on his way down there, Jacob.
A little bit hobbled as he comes off, kind of reaching down on his right leg. And, I mean, sometimes when old Mr. Cobb comes in with a barrel of speed, that tends to happen. He comes in with a lot of speed. He's packed on the pounds as well. He can bring that physicality and the punch down low, and you're going to take the brunt of it sometimes.
Second highest rated recruit in Liberty men's basketball history. Number 0, Ty Cobb. He's at 10 points already, trying to make it 11 at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Flies it away and connects. He's now 5 for 6 at the line today. A 4-point Upperman lead, their largest after a slow start. Watkins sends over, now he has it again left side. Goes into the low block. Colton Johnson says go ahead and go the other way. They'll spin it back outside. Now right side into the corner. Rabicus back out top of the key. Tries to drive inside on Johnson. Up and under, no. Rebound down. Johnson wrestles it. It's still loose. Webb comes away with it. Now a runner thrown up with the right hand and good. Nice touch in for Chimika.
It's a heck of a job by Webb. Able to fight the basketball away inside. Chimika able to get it and put it up and in and fight for a couple of points.
Torrance fires past, tipped and stolen away. Rabicus with the steal. Now pushing it ahead with tempo. Rabicus had a teammate, just throws it over his shoulder instead. A break for the Bees as Maynard comes away with a rebound.
He almost knocked it in, too.
Maynard sends that ahead to Colton Johnson. Now back to Maynard. Bobby McWilliams is not happy right now. Sloppiness a little bit for Upperman in the half court. There's Maynard in rhythm. 4-3. Can't get it. Rebound down. Chimika comes away. Chance for Webb down 2 with the basketball. Under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter, and it's time for a quick cash pawn shop timeout on the floor. This one called by Webb. A full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UC Army.
The Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 938 231-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
23-21, 2:55 to go in the second quarter here at Mount Juliet. Webb and Upperman going at it. Bit of a sloppy start for the Bees, but still find themselves ahead by 2.
Yeah, and obviously for Coach McWilliams, he likes to start out in the man-to-man and then drop back in that 2-3 zone. And since they've done that, they've been able to find a little bit more of the rhythm defensively, offensively. Some more guys are hitting some shots from outside as well. And then it started to get a little bit sloppy there. He makes a couple of subs, and we'll see if they're able to clean it up. And for Coach McWilliams, he's still trying to find the rotation that's going to work for these guys this year. It's a fairly new team from the team that won a state title a year ago. A lot of seniors, obviously Bronston Chaffin on that team as well. So a lot of new faces on this roster this year, at least in terms of playing time.
It was a quick cash pawn timeout on the floor for Webb. They had the basketball here down by 2. Bangmeyer has it, swings it back over left side, grabbed by Balkins. Balkins from the wing, thought about the 3. Cobb steps to him. Back to the top of the circle, now over Bangmeyer. A little bit of a walk there, goes uncalled. Left side. Now he will trigger the 3. Balkins on the way, no rebound down. Jamaica playing really well in this first half. He has 6 in the second quarter alone.
Yeah, and that's where you can get hurt when you're in a zone. If you don't get a good box out underneath, they can make you pay with offensive boards. And Webb, with a good amount of size and athleticism, able to do just that.
Tied up at 23 with 2:15 to go in the second quarter. Cobb gives off to Case. Case, one dribble, back into Cobb. A lot of contact, play on. Cobb goes in strong, throws up the runner with the right hand. Tough finish for Ty Cobb.
Yeah, and Webb matching with a zone themselves, but Cobb able to catch it at the elbow and get inside to penetrate in the middle of that zone a little bit and able to find the bucket.
13.5 for Mr. Basketball. A 2-point Upperman lead, 1:52 to go in the first half. Balkins spins it back over to that middle Mountain Juliet logo. Now back to him from the left wing. Looking right at Cobb, now back. Jamaica sends back. Long 3-ball on the way. That one won't go. Rebound down to Colton Johnson. Johnson certainly can dribble, now picks up. Sends it ahead to Ryland Case. 90 seconds to play here in the first half in Mount Juliet. Case shrugs off a defender. Now a dangerous feed. Just kind of floats to Johnson, who gathers. Johnson wants Ty Cobb to come out, and Ty will. 1:20 to go in the second quarter. Ahead to Johnson. Little give and go for Cobb. Off a screen. Cobb sends it across to Case. He'll trigger the 3. Ryland Case, nothing but nylon.
Yeah, pretty looking shot right there for Ryland Case, who's getting a lot more playing time this year as well, and making the most of it right now.
To Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, 3 for Ryland Case. 28-23 our score. Pass right side, Rebecca's. Now he sends it back top of the key. Another travel.
There it is.
And this time it's called. It'll
He
go
got
the
it
other way
right.
to the Bees.
He got one
Hey,
right.
there
I'll
we
give
go.
it to him.
Good for him. Jack Torrance going to check in here.
Took him a couple tries, but he saw the second one.
If you could tell, Jacob had some frustration at some Cookville games last year.
Buddy.
Same after watching what you had
Those
said.
officials. I'm so glad they're going into a new district just for that.
Cobb going to bring it up here. 50 seconds to play in the first half. Upperman's lead is 5. Johnson with it. Right now it doesn't look like Upperman's holding for the final shot. Finn Sissom, one dribble, now into Torrance. They were trying to get Cobb inside. It was well defended. Johnson, guarded by the long Philip Bangmeyer. Now Cobb, we have a foul underneath for a hold as Balkins got a hold of Finn Sissom. That'll be his first, just the team's second.
And it's a really good job by Sissom as well. He had good position, has the mismatch, trying to post up, and just gets held from behind as they're trying to post him up down low.
Make it the team's third. We're live on Facebook and YouTube today. Cobb inbounds over the top to Johnson. Johnson, now Sissom's wide open. Two people went with Cobb, but the pass a little bit off the mark. Now a dangerous feed into Ryland. Case tries to wrestle it and stolen away. Another turnover. Case takes it right back. Case now sends over to Cobb, who goes in strong off the glass. No. Rebound down. Swiped again, but a foul. The Upperman faithful can't believe it. 16.8 seconds to go, and they call this one on Ryland Case, which definitely wasn't on him. It'll be team's second, though.
You love the effort, though, especially underneath the basket after a missed couple of passes, and then you're able to get it back and give yourselves an opportunity. Now looking for a big stop and trying to take at least a two-possession advantage into the break.
Carmine Phillips and Kingston Mills into the game here to spell Johnson and Cobb on this defensive possession. 10 seconds left here for Webb, down by 5. Pass back out top of the key. Phillips starting to come into his own, just trying to shake the rust off. 3 on the way and good. Kypris Rebecca's keeping his team in it, and we've got to fight through 2 quarters here in this opening round matchup of this Thanksgiving tournament. After 2, it's Upperman 28, Webb 26. We'll have an abbreviated Happy Hiller halftime show after a word from all of our sponsors. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care, right where life happens.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home in the desirable Poplar Point subdivision in Rickman. This home sits on just under an acre with a 2-car garage and over 1,500 square feet of living space. It's the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique. It's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
It's the Happy Hiller Halftime Show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical problems today. It's happyhiller.com. Upperman with a 28-26 lead over Division II Webb out of Bell Buckle. Ty Cobb with 15 points leads the way for Upperman. Kypris Rebecca's with 14 points for Webb. Jacob Vincent, I'm Noah McKay. Slow start for Upperman, a little bit out of sorts. Webb came ready to play. They settled in, then just a couple of moments where Upperman failed to execute. Feels like they're the better team, but they have to come out and play well in the second half.
I think a lot of positives there in that first half for Upperman. And, again, we can't overlook the fact, obviously, yes, they've got Mr. Basketball, but outside of him, it's a very new team. Colton Johnson is in there, but you've got 3 new starters that are out there with those two who were in the starting lineup last year. So you lose all the seniors. You lose Bronston as well. It's going to look like a new team. So these younger players, these guys that didn't get a lot of varsity minutes last year, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for them, and they've been able to knock down some shots. Rylan Case came in and gave some good minutes. Really impressed with Finn Sissom there in that first half as well, down low. And so when they are able to put it all together, obviously I think they're going to be a really good basketball team. All that to say, they're still up by 2 points here on a very talented Webb team that we've seen at times. It has a lot of size and a lot of athleticism.
Yeah, too. And in some ways tailor-made to give this Upperman team trouble with all that size that you talked about. And you remember that Brentwood game, entering the fourth quarter, the only 2 players that had scored for Upperman were Ty Cobb and Colton Johnson. And it said, who are the other players going to score?
Right.
Well, 6 different Bs have scored in this first half. Now, none more than 4. But Ty Cobb has 15. They don't need anybody else.
Yeah, that's all you need.
To tally in double digits every night when you have Ty Cobb able to do what he does. The turnover is going to be a problem that they have to address. I'm sure that was the point of emphasis in the halftime locker room.
Yeah, just too sloppy in that first half. Defensively, they let a couple of things get past them. And then a lot of them were kind of in that transition offense when they're trying to move the ball up the floor. Guys weren't ready. Guys weren't looking for the basketball. And then in the half court, a couple of turnovers as well. So got to be more sure with their passes, knowing where they want to go with it. And then defensively, keep doing what you're doing, especially there in that second quarter, able to turn that up a little bit and rebound the basketball well. That'll be key here in the second half, especially if they drop back in that zone defense. Going to have to rebound well.
28-26 the score. The winner gets the winner of Tennessee Heat and Antioch. That Tennessee Heat team may be a top 5 team in the entire state, and that is not an exaggeration. Their A team is in this tournament, and they are legit. I mean, in every way. You ask anybody else playing in this tournament, they are loaded. So that could be a fun matchup if that comes to form. But for Upperman, they'd have to win this game, and then the Tennessee Heat would have to beat Antioch. coming up later on today. We'll see the girls in action coming up next. Fun matchup against a 4A Stewart's Creek team for the Lady Bees.
Interested to see that Stewart's Creek team. Obviously, we got to see them a lot last year, being in Cookeville's district and then in the district and region tournament as well. That was a Stewart's Creek team that had a ton of size a year ago, but weren't really able to do a lot with it. They don't have that size this year. They still have a couple of players that are around 5'10", 6 foot. New head coach this year as well for Stewart's Creek, so they're going to look a little bit different. Interested to see how the Lady Bees can do against another 4A team.
Lady Bees have looked great so far through a couple of games this season. They've looked dominant in a sea of dominance in Upper Cumberland girls basketball through a week. I mean, there are some. Two of our teams already beat Bartlett, and Bartlett was thought of as maybe the best, if not second best, 4A team in the state of Tennessee.
They made 3 straight 4A state title games, and they had 2 transfers come in this year.
Cookeville beat them, and then the next day, Smith County beat them. I mean, girls basketball in the Upper Cumberland is outstanding right now. Lady B certainly among that upper echelon. They'll be in action next, but first, 1 half to go to decide a winner in the first round matchup of this Mount Juliet Thanksgiving tournament. Webb with the basketball as they send it over. Rebecca is trying to post up in a low block on Bush. They'll swing it over right wing side. Off a screen, driving into mid-range, skying up, pulling up, shot no, rebounded by Cobb. And now Cobb will bring it up as Upperman, led by as many as 5, trailed by as many as 5. Cobb sees a lane, drives inside, contorts, no good, rebound down Rebecca's. Now he's pushing with speed. Poke from behind, it goes right to Joseph Maynard. Torrance and Cobb got a hand in there. Now Bush ahead to Cobb again. Cobb surveys back to Bush. Bush swings it across right wing side for Torrance. Trying to settle in here. Torrance finds Cobb. Cobb punches it ahead to Johnson, back out to Cobb. Turned around, Cobb puts it behind the back, shoulders inside. Now spins it out to an open Collier. Bush. His 3 won't go. Cobb right there for the rebound, and he takes out the trash.
It's a really good job by Ty Cobb following the shot, going in on the offensive glass. Nobody picks him up on the box out. He gets an easy rebound and an easy 2.
17 for Mr. Basketball. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here comes Webb trailing by 4 with the basketball. A whistle and a carry violation. And you know what? Give him credit. That was absolutely a carry violation.
Hey, don't see that too often. So, yeah, he'll take it.
Went right under it.
Yep.
Trying to go work from right to left.
I think that's when you get to it, is when it's just so obvious where you're literally holding the basketball. You're going to get away with it for a little bit, but if you're so blatant about it, you're not going to get away with it.
You're dribbling right, and then you start to try and go left, and you end up just flipping your hand over it, and it's literally the action of the call. 30-26 with the basketball, Upperman with the lead. Torrance crosses the timeline, picks up, sends it over to Cobb. Cobb surveys, now back out Torrance. Torrance, pass fake, now finds Cobb. Zone look here, right side Bush. Oh, they had the alley-oop set up, couldn't quite get the feet into Cobb. Now a pass swiped out of Colton Johnson's hands. Here comes Webb pushing the tempo ahead. Driving inside, runner thrown up, nice touch as it falls through for Paulius Buckins.
And able to use his size to the advantage. Nobody really stepped in front to take that driving lane away, and he takes advantage of it.
Webb trying to commit to slowing down Cobb. Maynard gets free into mid-range, skies up and connects. Joseph Maynard, his first points today. He has a chance to explode this year, just trying to come into form, the 6'5" sophomore.
Yeah, a kid that got a little bit of playing time last year, like he said, trying to come into form this year and really utilize his talent.
Quick trigger 3, a little bit off. Not too bad, though. A good look for Webb. 4-point lead in the ball for the Bees. Here's Bush with speed ahead. Bush over to Cobb. Cobb activates baseline drive, fires it inside Johnson. What a pass. Johnson flips, and it's intercepted. Read the whole way by Chamika. Now he's out and running with speed. Moving screen uncalled. Chamika Euro steps through and lays it in.
Man, you talk about speed. He stepped in front of that pass out of absolutely nowhere and then beats everybody else down the floor for the bucket.
Came from the left elbow, shot through to steal the pass. That's just basketball IQ on a 10. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Back to a 2-point game. Turning into a good one here between Webb and Upperman. Bush back to Maynard. Maynard left side, Torrance. Now to Maynard. Torrance, Cobb in the corner. Cobb, one-on-one inside. Tomahawk missed it. Torrance with a rebound over to Maynard. That was almost a poster for Ty. Right side for Bush. Back to Torrance. Now into Maynard. Kicks out Bush. Little tic-tac-toe. Bush forced to retreat. Crosses over, sends back to Torrance. Right side Bush. Now Torrance. Open. Thought about it. Instead to Cobb. Touches it into Johnson. A travel is called.
Oh, my gosh.
I have no words, Jacob. I have no words.
In the words of a fan in attendance.
Quote,
you're
you
so
bad. And
correct.
She speaks for all of us. 4:47 to go. That is insane. Balkins has it, works off a screen, sends it over left side, baseline drive here, up and under, blocked. Cobb with the swat. Here's Johnson ahead to Torrance. Torrance slams the brakes, retreats, now sends a fastball into Johnson. He puts it up and in for 2. No travel that time as he finishes inside.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he did the same exact thing, but he gets away with it, I guess.
That's a travel. We never get through a game.
No, ever.
Off a screen, Rebecca's nice kick. Chamika for 3. That one's no good. Rebound, huge tie-up. Bush and Cook got tied up together. I think they're going to get Bush on this one. Could go either way, but I think that's what they're going to get, and it's the 3rd on Collier Bush.
Yeah, just like you said, kind of got tied up going up for the basketball there.
Bobby McWilliams not happy about it at all, though, with the call. And a timeout going to be called. A quick cash pawn timeout on the floor, 30 seconds. 4:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 34-30.
Yeah, the official saying he kind of grabbed him on the arm on the way down, so that's what drew the call there on Collier Bush. And he said it, obviously. It didn't seem that obvious here from up here at this vantage point, and getting a little bit contentious here in a early morning or early afternoon game, I guess I should say.
Well, I don't blame him.
No.
That calls one thing. The travel over here.
I mean, yeah, well, you said it. If we're calling that, we're not getting through a game.
Oh, my goodness. Pivot one step into a layup, turn into a
What are you supposed to do? Really? I mean,
I think we'd be better off with just no refs. Just let them go pickup style, call your own fouls.
That's
Webb to inbound, 34-30. Sometimes you just laugh.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Baseline inbound. Rebecca's wants it, and he has it. Torrance steps out to defend. Upperman in there 2-3. Swing it over right wing side Balkins. Midway through this 3rd quarter, still in a tight ball game, 34-30. Balkins going to drive inside. Johnson awaits. Balkins goes high off the glass. No. Rebound ricochets. Maynard comes away. Maynard pushing ahead to Rylan Case, giving him great minutes off the bench. The sophomore Case spins it back to Torrance. In rhythm. 4-3. Can't get it. Rebound down. Grabbed away. Rebecca's now slowed up by Case. Rebecca's retreats, and now we'll bring it up. 3:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 34-30. Rebecca sends it over left side. Corner 3. In rhythm, online, and through. Philip Bangmeyer, his first points, and Webb's back within a point.
Yeah, really good job. Good ball movement there by Webb. Able to get around the perimeter and find the open shooter, and they've shown that they can knock him down.
Cobb from way downtown, halfway down, popped out, rebound down, a chance for Webb to regain the lead. Upperman's gone cold from the long range here in this 3rd quarter so far. Here's Bacchus. He sends it back over. Or Balkins, rather. Long 3. Missed everything. Can it be saved in? They say it is. Rebound tipped down. Cobb comes away. Here comes the assassin in transition. Quick step around and a foul. Gypris Rebecca's picks up his first, and that is a good foul to take for Webb.
Absolutely. You never want him to be able to go to the basket with a head of steam like that. So able to step in front and go for the basketball as well. A smart foul. Able to slow it down and at least get your defense set underneath.
Sism checks in for Torrance here. 5 on the floor. Cobb, Case, Sism, Johnson, and Maynard. Inbound to Rylan Case outside. Sends it into Sism. 1-on-1. Finn Sism. Turnaround. Right-hand skyhook. Missed it wide right. Looks good from our angle.
I was going to say, it looked good.
The depth perception got us there.
Good footwork as well.
Pass left wing side. Now Rebecca's going to drive the lane. Rebecca steps through, and that's definitely a travel. And it'll go back the other way. That's what a travel looks like. 2:39 to go, 34-33. Cobb across the timeline here. 2.5 to go. Cobb picks up his dribble, sends right side for Case. Now into Johnson. Johnson has position, shot fake, and is fouled. Colton Johnson to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Tio Cook picks up his second with 2:22 to go in the 3rd quarter.
It's a really good job by Colton Johnson. And again, you want to get inside, you want to throw up a lot of shot fakes because they're going to try to block it. So you get them up in the air, you're able to draw the contact, and Johnson feeling a little bit with the shoulder, trying to stretch it out.
Yeah, he's braced up there, obviously coming off a just ferocious football season as the first free throw's no good. Also a great feed from Rylan Case. Get him to the spot, turning in towards the basket. That's a little thing that you may not notice tremendous inlet pass from the young guard. Johnson's next one, 0 for 2. Both teams struggling at the line today outside of Ty Cobb. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. It's 34-33. Upperman been held scoreless for several minutes. Defensive slog right now. Baseline drive. Balkans, he lowers in.
Okay.
And they called Ty Cobb for a foul. His second, team second. What was a travel?
It was.
The officials are talking now.
Because it's a travel.
It should be a travel. He also shoulder
but
checked into Ty Cobb.
you can't change it. Well, they are going to change it. They called it off.
Ooh, they
called
changed
it
to a charge, which,
wow.
You know what?
Yeah.
If there's anything, it was because he lowered his shoulder right into Cobb's
extended.
chest. Both officials blew their whistle. The official on the baseline called a foul on Cobb. The other official came in, they discussed it, and they changed the call. Good for them.
The only time that's ever a foul on Ty is if he grabbed on, which he didn't do.
Which was the signal from the official,
right.
But it was a chest-to-shoulder contact. Cobb tries to weave through, poked out of play, and it'll go to Webb with 1:54 to go.
Again, just a little bit sloppy here, especially on this offensive side. Not able to move the basketball well. Not able to get into some good shots here in the second half. But defensively have played pretty well, and it's kept them in it, and obviously ahead by 1.
Webb doing a nice job using their length and their zone to disrupt some of these dribble lanes for Upperman as they try to work through. Here comes Balkans again. Lofton Crouch staying there right with him. Crouch showing his hands to the official as he backs out. Now, nice between the leg moves for Chimika, working on Maynard. Back out Balkans. 90 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Balkans sends it over to right side. Rebecca's. He tries to drive on Cobb, loses his footing, able to keep it down. Now Rebecca's trying to find some outlet, finds Chimika. Chimika, nice between the legs dribble again. Long possession here for Webb, 1-point game. Colton Johnson's back at the table here for the Bees. Rebecca's tries to bring Crouch to him, drives and kicks into the corner. Open 3, high arcer, splashes home. Philip Bangmeyer, his second 3 of the quarter. Bobby McWilliams wants to talk about things because Webb has regained a 36-34 lead.
Yeah, and again, one of the taller guys in the corner getting open there, and it looks like they are going to burn a full timeout to talk about
It'll be a quick cash pawn timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 1:02 to go in the third. Bees down by 2 on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Webb with a strong third quarter. They lead Upperman 36-34. An important 1:02 here at the end of the frame. Upperman with the basketball. The quick cash pawn timeout by Bobby McWilliams.
Yeah, credit to Webb as well. Not able to really get it going offensively, but able to stick with it each time. Able to get an open look and knock it down. Now they're feeling that momentum a little bit for these Bees. Like you said, important a minute here going into that fourth quarter. Got to get a good offensive possession here, or at least to take care of the basketball. Get a good look, as they haven't had a good look in a while on the offensive side. So the Bees trying to get something going here going into that fourth frame.
This is Webb out of bell buckle, the Webb feet.
The best mascot name in the state.
Sensation. 36-34. 60 seconds left here in quarter number 3 as Cobb sends over to Jack Torrance. A buzzer-beating victory for Upperman on Saturday. You already know who hit it, as Maynard sends into Cobb wide open on the low block. That's the Hall of Famer, Bobby McWilliams, drawing it up for the easy 2.
Yeah, the Webb coach just screaming, get over, because they knew that's exactly what they're trying to do and unable to get over in front of it in time.
19 for Ty Cobb. We're tied up at 36 as we near 30 seconds to play the third quarter. There's Cobb with a near steal. It's grabbed by Cook, now tipped by Crouch. Cook has it again, spins it back out. Another pass tipped by Cobb into the backcourt. That one gathered by Balkans. Energy level ticked up out of the timeout for the Bees. Now a pass right side. Battle for momentum into the low block. Johnson there stride for stride with Balkans. 12 seconds. Balkans hands off Rebecca's. Crouch picks him up, stays in front. Again, shoulder check. Offensive foul. Lofton Crouch with a great defensive possession. Rebecca's picks up his second.
Well, and he drew that because the first contact he absorbed, and then the second one he hits the deck. That was a really good job. Really good defense as well. Showing his hands, staying in front. Tremendous minutes there defensively for Lofton Crouch.
Collier Bush and Dawson Mullins into the game. 6.4 for Ty Cobb. On his birthday, Cobb across the timeline, gets a screen. Cobb turns back to Torrance. Wide open three. Can't get it to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it may be early, but get your popcorn ready. After three, Webb 36, Upperman 36. This is Upperman basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
One quarter to go here in this opening round match of the Mount Juliet Thanksgiving tournament. 36-36, Upperman and Webb locked up. Ty Cobb with 19 points. A little bit of sloppiness for the Bees. Quite frankly, fortunate to be tied with how they played at times today.
Yeah, have not played their best basketball, and I think that's where you look at it as a good thing for the Bees. There is a lot of room for improvement. It's a tie game right now, though, and hey, they've played pretty well in these fourth quarters so far this season. See if they're able to do it again.
And now is where having number 0 in white and gold pays dividends for you as he has the basketball. Cobb sends over for Bush. Little give and go to Ty. Inside, loads up, good. This is where Ty Cobb puts on the cape. 21 for the junior.
Yeah, and I don't know how you defend that. He is great defense by Webb. Stayed in front, stayed straight up, and still couldn't stop him.
He's a tremendous teammate, but sometimes it's time for him to just go to work. Now Bush in front of Rebecca throws it up. No. Maynard with a rebound.
This is a really good job by Bush. Has a mismatch on him, stays in front, and absorbs the contact.
Senior Collier Bush into Jack Torrance. Now Joseph Maynard. That's a sophomore. Back to Torrance. Torrance over to Bush. 2-point lead in the basketball for the Bees. Torrance back to Bush. Open three. That's his spot. Pops out, no good. Upperman can't buy a long-range one in the second half. Here's Rebecca's with a ton of speed. Little Hezzy throws it up with the left hand and is fouled. Got caught up high. He'll go shoot 2 at the line with 7:07 to go in the game.
Yeah, a good job there by Webb, able to force some of that contact. And this has been a good, fun back-and-forth game so far between these two sides. Two sides that play a little bit different style for Webb. They're trying to move the ball around, a lot of cutting action, a lot of open shots on the outside. Obviously, for the Bees, they're trying to get it going inside as much as they can.
I believe they got that one on Collier Bush, which is his 4th. The only player with any sort of foul trouble. But another missed free throw for Rebecca's as Bush checks out, Case checks in.
That's one big thing for Webb. They've really struggled at the line in this one at times. So Upperman's going to have to take advantage of those missed free throws.
Next free throw, nothing. Johnson with a rebound. A chance for the Bees. They've led by as many as 5, trailed by as many as 5. This has been a tight game throughout. Cobb looking at 2 defenders. He'll send it over to Torrance. Torrance skip pass to Cobb. Open wing 3 blocked. There's the length. Philip Bangmeyer, 6'7", jumps up to swat it away.
It's been really good.
Here's Rebecca's. He has room to operate, now picked up by Cobb. Chamika wants it. He has it, turns inside, spins it through. He's got 10. Second score in double figures for Webb. 38-38, 6.5 to go.
Good job by him as well. Realizing he's got the mismatch on him, get deep inside the post and able to put it in.
Case back to Maynard. Back to Case, now into Cobb. Cobb, one dribble goes in, blocked away again. The length presenting problems. That one out of play. It was last touched by Kook, so it'll stay with the Bees. Lofton Crouch in for Ryland Case.
Yeah, no, you said it. The length is presenting problems right now because normally that's an easy bucket for Cobb, but the length able to be a factor. Good job by Colton Johnson following and at least able to get the basketball back.
3 guys on the floor, 6'6" or taller. Colton Johnson, 6'5", can't get that one to go. Now it's swiped out of Kook's hands by Cobb, and it'll go the other way. Cobb doesn't think he touched the basketball, but I think Cobb touched the player and didn't get called for a foul. So all things considered, it's Webb basketball with 6:16 to go. Upperman showing their press. They'll have to rely on their speed if they want a chance in this fourth quarter. Rebecca's tries to drive on Torrance. Torrance steps right to him. Little shoulder check, collision, both ways. We play on. That one nearly swiped by Cobb. Jamaica sends back outside Balkans. Balkans working on Cobb. Fires a pass left side. One dribble, pull-up jumper in the mid-range. Can't go. Rebound down. Crouch with the board. Crouch. Got to send it ahead. Johnson now to Cobb. Cobb checks over his shoulder. 5:41 to go. Tied up. Cobb. Baseline drive. Clear the runway. Puts it off the glass. Good. Cobb with the adjustment. Ty Cobb has 23.
Yeah, and you said it. This is normally where he kind of takes over, and he's going to have to in this one. The Bees haven't been able to get really anybody else going offensively. Defensively, they're going to have to be really good and then just give it to zero and get out of the way.
Kook sends it ahead right side. This one grabbed by Balkans. All of a sudden, there's a little energy in the gym, at least off the sidelines. Afternoon game, Thanksgiving week, school's out. We're playing basketball. Really bad shot selection that time. Rebound to Crouch. Now ahead to Maynard. Maynard back to Crouch. Crouch to Johnson. Back to Crouch. Wide open. Lofton Crouch can't get it. Rebound punched out of play, and it'll go to Webb. 4:56 to go. Defensive battle, 40-38.
These are not normally the games you expect the Bees to be in, especially this low scoring this late in the game.
They don't typically play in tournaments this time of year either. They wait until Christmas to do it. We're talking to Dana McWilliams about that as this one's blocked away by Joseph Maynard. Maynard with the block. Now swiped away by Ty Cobb. Get your cameras ready. Cobb loads up and two-hand jams. Ty Cobb. Steal. Score. 4-point Upperman lead. Balkans trying to work on Cobb. He pokes it again. Look at Ty Cobb work. The 4-star putting it in. Timeout time by Webb. You need your best player to step up in big-time moments, and Upperman has the best player in the state. A quick cash pawn timeout on the floor. 4:26 to go. Bees with a 4-point lead on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
(42-38) Upperman with the lead. 4:26 to go, and sometimes it's this simple. Ty Cobb is taking the basketball game over, Jacob.
He absolutely is. And hey, when you've got a you've got a Mr. Basketball, you've got a 4-star recruit, you're gonna give it to him and just get out of the way. But he's doing it defensively as well, able to poke that one away, take it in transition, and throw it down. Big sequence there for the Bees, now up by 4. Haven't been up by 4 in a while. It feels like a big lead, especially the way this game has gone. Can you get another one of those stops, turn it into a couple of points, and take a 6-point lead? It's going to feel real big.
Official just put the basketball down. It's a 25-point night so far for Cobb. Rebecca's has it out and running. Kicks into the corner. 3-ball on the way. That would help. Popped out. No putback. No. Rebounded by Johnson. Colton Johnson, not going to have a double-double today, but he's got a bunch of rebounds. 42-38, 4:13 to go. Here's Cobb left wing side. One-on-one. Good luck. Back to Torrance. Zone look now for Webb. Two defenders shadowing towards Ty.
If you're the Bees, you're going to waste this time down if you can, or throw a backdoor lob.
Alley-oop to Cobb. Couldn't get the finish. Got his own rebound, though. The putback is through. 8 in the quarter, 27 today for Ty.
And there you go. There is the 6-point advantage, and now it seems like the Bees are playing with a little bit of juju.
Their largest lead. Kook has it here. Webb trying to settle back down. They need a bucket, and they need it quickly. Only 2 in the quarter for them so far. Balkins sends left side. That one grabbed by Kook. Back to Balkins. Upperman content to keep him on the perimeter here. Bangmeyer has it. Back to Balkins. Balkins. Chamika throws up the shot. Short-armed it. No. Rebound ricochets. It's loose. Lofton Crouch wins it. Crouch back to Cobb. A 6-point Upperman lead with 3:15 to go.
Yeah, and if you can take a 3-possession lead with about 3 minutes and change to go, you're going to feel pretty good if you're the Bees defensively the way you're playing.
Cobb looking at a couple of defenders, sends to Torrance. Now into Cobb in the mid-range. One dribble, head fake, puts it up, and gets the roll. Ty Cobb, 10 in the quarter, 29 for Ty Cobb.
Yeah, and went straight into the arm of the defense as well. Doesn't get the call, but still able to get the finish.
Chamika sends over for Balkins. Upperman has an 8-point lead. Ty Cobb's the only Bee that scored in the quarter. He's put on the cape again. Chamika has it from the free throw line. Spins back out Rebecca's. Rebecca's puts it between the legs against Torrance. Calls for and gets a screen. Cobb arrives to help. Now left Chamika. He'll line up the wing 3. Can't get it. Rebound down. Put back up and good. Active finish for Paulius Balkins. 46-40. 2:24 and counting to go in regulation. First round tournament. It's going to be a fun field. Tennessee Heat Antioch gets the winner of this game. Loser gets the loser of that game. Both will be good matchups. Torrance with it. 2:08 to go. And now the Bees are content, it appears, to drain the clock. Johnson has it and waits. Now he'll underhand flip to Cobb at the logo. 2 minutes to go. Cobb back to Johnson. Left side Maynard. Looking back door for Cobb. Maynard finds Cobb, touches it back to Maynard. Cue up the Jeopardy music. Time wasting away. Good opportunity to get to the end of game situations for Upperman to work on them for later in the year.
Yeah, and Webb, at some point, they're going to have to bring a double team. Thought they were going to bring it there.
Maynard with a crossover. He'll drive inside. Maynard now has no interest as he'll spit it back out to Johnson. 90 seconds to go. The Bees are drained a minute off the clock on this possession. Handoff Torrance. Here's the trap. Calmly deposits it over to Johnson. Now they'll wrap up Colton Johnson. That's just the first foul.
Wow.
What do we have here? A bench warning against Upperman. They're mad because Ty Cobb's getting held off screens, and I think there's been some chirping about that. So a warning called on Upperman.
I think it was on one of the assistants down there.
And Webb wants timeout here. We'll give you the situation. 30-second timeout on the floor. Quick cash pawn timeout. 1:22 to go. Webb still has 3 more fouls to give here. That was the first foul of the fourth quarter. A lot of time ticked off. 46-40 for the Bees. It's going to sound like we've said during the entire state tournament run. Protect the basketball, make your free throws, you win a basketball game.
Yeah, and they don't want to have to give those 4 more fouls. They're going to have to in very quick succession to try to get the Bees to the line. And for the Bees, again, you're just going to draw all that time down. Great decision by head coach Bobby McWilliams with a 6-point lead. You've got a 2-possession lead. No reason to go take a shot and give the basketball back if you miss. So you're able to draw a lot of this clock down. And now if you just take care of the basketball, at some point, you're going to go to the line.
And how about the minutes of Lofton, Crouch, and Ryland Case off the bench? Collier Bush been in foul trouble throughout. He's coming back in now here as he has 4 fouls, but the last 122, they need his ball handling and free throw shooting skills.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to send a lot your best free throw shooters out there, the guys that you trust in these end game situations, are the 5 you want to be on the floor.
Bush, Johnson, Cobb, Torrance, Maynard, 5 on the floor here for Upperman with a 6-point lead, 1:22 to go against Division II Webb. The Bees looking for victory number 3 in a row. Only lost narrowly on the road against still undefeated Brentwood. Inbound into the backcourt for Jack Torrance. The defender steps to him. A reach and a foul. This one goes on Balkins, his 3rd, team 2nd.
And that's smart as well. You want to throw it into the backcourt. You got full 10 seconds you can use. Don't get a silly turnover being close to that half-court line. So throw it into the backcourt, use a little bit of time, and then bring it ahead.
The official was struggling to figure out who that was on. He gets it. It's on 3.
Now the Bees don't realize that it's over on the other side.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. 46-40. It's going to be a good tournament. You can already tell.
It is.
Credit the administration from Mount Juliet for putting it on. Inbound here to Maynard. Maynard back to Cobb. This is who they want to have the basketball. They'll wrap up Maynard. That's the third team foul. That's kind of close to an intentional. Ball was gone for a long time.
That's what a lot of the fans are saying as well.
They're not going to call it an intentional. One more foul to give here for Webb, 1:15 to go.
And heck, if you're Webb, you'd almost take that right now, put them at the line, but then they get the basketball back anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think they take it. Bush going to inbound here. Cobb flashes off the screen. They got to throw it in somewhere. Bush fires it. And they call a 5-second violation. Possession goes back to Webb.
Well, that's really good defense by Webb. Able to move around, stay in front the whole time. And so you're still up by 2 possessions for the Bees. You're still fine. You just got to come up with a stop.
There were a couple opportunities there to get it to Cobb. Just didn't see him. Lofted crouched to the table, but he's a hair late, so he'll be forced to retreat. Opportunity for Webb, down 2 scores, but it would be 2 3-pointers. Here's Kook. Back to Rebecca's. He's their best player. Kook hit a couple of threes early, though. That's number 11. Rebecca's has the basketball here. Sends over left side, Bang Meyer. Torrance right there in his grill. Under a minute to play here in the ball game. Left side, Bang Meyer lines up the 3. Can't hit. Long rebound, out of play. And Upperman will get it back with 51.3 seconds to go.
And there you go. And that's a good job by the Upperman defense. You're fine with them shooting a 3 because a lot more times than not, it's going to be a miss. So you let him have that 3 ball, and he misses it. Now you get the basketball back.
Bush to inbound. Fires it into Cobb with a running start. Cobb weaves through traffic. There's the foul. He didn't appreciate it, but Ty Cobb going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Pardon me, that's the one more. Final one they had to give. The next one will send the Bees to the line. Credit Jacob.
And for the Bees, now you just got to get the ball in, take care of the basketball, and then you'll finally be put at the line. Then you got to hit them.
Bush to inbound here. He fires it into Cobb. Cobb waits. Defense arrives. And on his birthday, Ty Cobb will try to make it 30 and 31 points at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line.
Is that good?
It's another day at the office.
Especially when you're only going to put up about 48 or 50.
It's really good. It's a career day for everybody other than him. It's the day you tell you.
There's been some career days across the Upper Cumberland these last few days.
They will have with 52 on Saturday against Ray County for Cumberland County. As Cobb does have 30 as he makes the first.
Mr. Sullivan there at Van Buren, who put up a 50 bomb on Saturday as well.
Sullivan with 50. Cobb goes 2 for 2. 47 seconds left. Upperman has its largest lead at 48-40, and we have a travel. Possession back the other way.
A little perplexed look on the faces of the feet.
Yeah, they played well today. Played real hard. Played great on defense. Their length presented a lot of problems for the Bees, as Cobb says, you're going to have to come foul me. And Ty Cobb will go back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Gentry's Power Equipment. Same stream. We'll not have a new broadcast. It'll be in this same stream girls matchup between Stewart's Creek and the Lady Bees coming up 10 to 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, they only put about 10 minutes in between the last game before the Bees got started. So would imagine they're going to try to stay on schedule. They've been on schedule pretty much all day long.
First free throw no good for Cobb. He's missed 2 today, so something he'll no doubt not be thrilled with. But he makes the second, got the friendly roll. 40 seconds to go. Upperman's lead is 9. This one got intense for a minute, but Ty Cobb was unbelievable as Shamika drives in and puts it in for 2 more. He's got 12. Cobb again trying to wave through traffic. He'll be grabbed, and Ty Cobb returns to the line to shoot 2 more.
That's the thing. You're just going to have to keep knocking down these free throws. As long as you do and you keep it a 2-possession or more lead, you'll be just fine.
Agent 0 to the line.
It's a good one.
I did not make it up. First
Still
one is good. It is a good one. But I will not take credit. Coach Dodgen tuning in. Speaking of Hall of Famers, congrats to him.
That's right.
Also a part of that BCAT Hall of Fame class next year. Tremendous friend here at UCR. His Warriorettes got a couple of big wins on Saturday.
Speaking of really good basketball teams in the Upper Cumberland.
Number 1 ranked team right now on the girls' side.
We're going to have fun trying to decide the top 5 this week.
2 for 2. 30 seconds to go. That's like our job for the next few weeks. That shot's no good. Rebound down to Torrance, and I would imagine the foul will be done. That's exactly what Webb says. They'll defend but won't foul intentionally. 15 seconds left as Maynard establishes in the half court. And a strong fourth quarter for Upperman is going to propel them to a tournament opening victory here today over Webb. Final score from Mount Juliet, Upperman 51, Webb 42.
That's a really good win. A halftime lead of just a couple of points. You go down in the second half and weren't playing your best basketball, but able to turn around in that fourth quarter. You get another win, a third win in a row. And again, for a fairly young basketball team outside of Ty Cobb and Colton Johnson, you've got some young players out there making some good plays, but then, of course, you've got Ty Cobb, and he was the big reason why you get the win today, especially in that fourth quarter.
He had 15 points in the fourth quarter alone. Upperman had 15 points in the fourth quarter alone. 34 today for Ty Cobb. Then we'll go down the list. 2 for Joseph Maynard, 3 for Jack Torrance, 3 for Rylan Case, 3 for Collier Bush, 4 for Colton Johnson, and 4 for Finn Sissom for a team total of 51. I think we know who the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game is.
Yeah, no, that's Agent Zero. That's Ty Cobb. He's going to be your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Obviously, that gets it done in the first, and yeah, that's what I was pointing to over on the scoreboard. Going to be a little bit of a prolonged break in between.
Why do they do that
now? Well, that's because they're 30 minutes ahead of schedule. So
they were 30 minutes ahead of schedule earlier.
They're getting back on schedule now. But no, you can't say enough about Cobb. He's been great early on this season. Great again today, and moving on in the winners bracket.
And happy birthday to Ty Cobb
Absolutely.
as well. 34 points on his birthday. In each of the tight games this season, Ty Cobb has scored at least 32 points. Upperman rolls in the fourth quarter in a tight ball game, 51-42 over Webb. They do put 30 minutes on the clock. It will still be in the same stream. We'll set the timer so you know when action is set to begin. In the girls' matchup between Upperman and Stewart's Creek, we'll also reshare this stream on our Facebook page as well if you want to tune out and then come back in about 30 minutes because it's going to be silence here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Final score in our boys matchup, Upperman 51, Webb 42. The Bees will be in action tomorrow night against the winner between Tennessee Heat and Antioch back here in Mount Juliet. We'll have the action for you. Much more to come from Mount Juliet just a few moments away.
Upperman now a drive inside. Shot thrown off the side of the backboard. Disrupted by Gracie Butler. Rebound down to the Lodi Redhawks as Stein possesses. Stein works it over. Upperman starts in there man-to-man. I've not played a ton of their 2-3 so far this year, as there will be a tie-up and a jump with Valenti getting a handle on it. Possession belongs to Upperman.
That's a little bit scary for other teams as well when you've got that 2-3 in the back pocket and you can go to that at any time. And already the man-to-man has been really, really good.
Crouch fires it ahead. Gracie Butler all alone. She'll spin it back to Crouch. Crouch back to Gracie Butler. Butler gets ahead of Steen, drives and kicks. Valenti lines up the three, connects. Taz with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
Yeah, that's not the player you can leave open if you're Stewart's great defense, and now they're struggling underneath.
Upperman has been unbelievable in first quarters in their two matchups. 15-2 leads in both of their first games. Little give and go against the press shot blocked. Maggie Butler with a block from behind. Cassie Crouch out with speed. Crouch gonna hand off to Valenti. Valenti orchestrating the offense, has her dribble if she wants it, fires it to Maggie Butler. Give and go right to Valenti for two more. Yeah. 7 for Taylor Valenti, and it's a quick cash on timeout immediately for the Stewart's Creek Lady Redhawks.
That was really, really good. Maggie Butler on the top of the key there, able to cycle it down low right back to Valenti on the drive. A couple of times they've done that where they've had it on the wing and able to find the cutter to the basket. Really good ball movement early on from the Lady Bees, and you said it. They've had good starts in first quarters. Really good start again here in this one. Already seven points, not even 2 minutes in.
And it's all 7 for Taylor Valenti in a minute and 44 seconds. 30-second timeout on the floor here for Stewart's Creek trying to settle down. It's the aggressiveness on defense with the speed that has created problems for the first three opponents for Upperman. It takes a while to get adjusted to it. And this was a point of emphasis for them in the offseason. They had been having to come back a lot in recent years in the third quarter after getting on the whiteboard. They wanted to start fast. They've started fast here today again. Here's Stein bringing in the half-court crouch with pressure from behind. Stein spins it back out to Maynard. Maynard now left side. Look at the battle inside. They'll go to it. Maggie Butler tries to go up strong. Turnaround shot with the right hand. High off the glass and good for Gabby Kynard.
Yeah, and she's got a lot of size inside. Pretty solid last year in District 7-4A against the Lady Cavaliers a couple of times. Able to get a bucket to go that time.
Crouch activates to the baseline, now fires it back to Maggie Butler. Maggie gives to her twin Gracie. Gracie drives in, kicks to Crouch. Little head fake, Crouch drives, throws up the left-hand runner. Won't go, rebound down, Stewart's Creek trying to settle in after the timeout in the 7-2 ball game.
That's a good take for Crouch. Has the open lane, just can't convert it.
Stewart's Creek loss versus Brentwood 50-39. GCA out of Franklin as the three is up and splashed through for Sophia Davis. Lost versus beat Grace Christian Academy out of Franklin 43-34. Here's Gracie Butler. She got hit on the head, puts it up, and a foul is called. Gracie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line on the game's first personal foul that goes on Gabby Kynard.
Yeah, a really good take. Gets to that left side, gets right past the defense, trying to block it, like you said, tapped her on the head, so she picks up the foul, and she's been able to get to the line a lot in her career and has turned into a really good free throw shooter. That continues.
Two for two for Gracie Butler at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. As a pass tipped up, Upperman back into their full court press. See if we got that sound fixed here. 9-5 the score. Goes over to Kynard. Kynard has a pass, and the sound is fixed. His pass tipped up, stays on this end. 9-5 Upperman with the lead. They led 7-0. A good timeout called by Coach Jones in her first season. She was really good at MTCS. Now a pass inside, swiped away. Maggie Butler with the steal. She'll send it ahead to Delenti, who's running the floor. Delenti high dribbles it ahead for Sadie South. Junior sharpshooter South. What a move. Whips it back the other side, finds Gracie Butler. Butler with a head of steam. Drives, finger roll good. Gracie Butler with two more.
That was a tough shot as well. She kind of lost it on the way up and able to kind of corral it up and able to put it through.
Now a pass ahead, finds the intended target from the left wing. Trying to drive past Butler. Shot thrown up, no good. Rebound down, Kynard with it. Kynard turnaround shot, the right hand too strong. Maggie with the rebound. Here's Crouch. Sadie South running the floor. Outlet feed from Crouch. South tries to keep it inbound. She does. Now there's a fight for it in the corner. Who last touched it? It's going to be Lady B basketball with 3:57 to go in the first.
Yeah, really good job by Crouch there, and a nice job, obviously, by South just to get there, save it in bounds, give it a chance, and able to track it down so the Lady B is able to keep possession for the moment.
And now T.T. Carson, who has been great off the bench as the six-man role checks in. She's had 5 rebounds in both of their team's first 2 matchups, about 5 points per game as well. Has an inbound back to Delenti. Delenti resets with room to operate, back to Carson. Sadie South, they're leaving her open. Gracie Butler's open. Corner 3, popped out, no good. A rebound down, and an opportunity for the Lady Redhawks. Here's Maynard ahead, down by 6. Maynard has it poked by Butler from behind. Now diving on the floor, she saves it into Kynard. Kynard sends it over right side to Blanks. Now in the low block, shot put up, no. Rebound tipped. Carson in a fight for it. T.T. Carson comes away with the basketball. Now punches it over to Gracie Butler. Tiptoes, tight ropes, keeps it in. Butler weaving through traffic. Inside shot blocked by Kynard. Had South on the outside, but went up with the shot. And here comes Stewart's Creek. Off the dribble, the 3 won't go. Rebound down to Sadie South. That was a quick trigger.
That's what Stein can do. She can shoot it.
South, dangerous feed to Delenti. A lot of contact. It goes out of play. It's going to be, whose basketball? Whose ball? Could we have a point? We have hands to point.
Apparently it's going to be Stewart's Creek.
Okay. Who needs to point?
Yeah, we don't need to know.
Inbounds pass, fired in. Upperman still pressing. 6-point lead here. 5 minutes into the contest. Pass ahead, trying to solve this trap. Establishing into the half-court offense here, Sophia Davis. Davis gives back to Maynard. Maynard fires it overhead to Blanks. Off a screen, now back Davis. Davis sends it over right side. Malone now inside, tip pass goes out of play, and it's going to stay on this end with Stewart's Creek. And I misspoke. The loss, 50-39 for Stewart's Creek, came against Independence late last week. Inbound, sent inside. Now they'll bring it back out to reset. Here's Blanks. Upperman still in their man-to-man as Stone has checked into the game as well. Pass over right wing side. This one grabbed by Blanks. Blanks back out to Davis. Davis swings it over left side, Maynard. Now into Kiner, trying to back down Stone. Kiner turns, shot put up. A lot of contact, no call. Rebound down to South. A break for the Lady Bees. Here comes Cassie Crouch ahead. Now Delenti has it. Jump stops and just triggers the three. Taylor Delenti. She is feeling it. Another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
And I liked what she did there as well. Got her feet set, get your shoulders square, and able to knock it down.
Now a steal for Carson across to Stone. Dangerous feed. Will have a tie-up. The arrow belongs to Stewart's Creek. How about 10 already for Taylor Delenti? As Gracie Butler's at the table, and she's checking in for Sadie South.
Yeah, she's been really, really solid early on. Obviously, was the ball movement going to the basket. Now knocks down a deep ball. Knocked out a couple of those already.
Full court press for the Lady Bees. TT Carson with another steal. Carson weaving through traffic. Carson fires a pass, intercepted. A little bit too quick on that one. Here's Maynard trying to bring it up. Maynard jumps into it. Little shoulder check we play on. Outside Davis. In rhythm for three. Can't hit. Rebound down. Upperman getting after it on the boards right now. Carson with a board and a foul as Amira Maynard wraps her up. Second team foul against the Lady Redhawks as Maggie Butler checks back in for Abby Stone.
Yeah, and you really like the effort right now from Carson. And you mentioned it. She has given some really good minutes off the bench, rebounding and scoring a few points. Has that turnover there. But again, the effort going for a lot of rebounds already early on in just a couple of minutes that she's played.
Cassie Crouch, the sophomore point guard, bringing it up here for the Lady Bees. Leading by 9. Another fast start. Right side, Delenti. Crouch skips it across to Carson. Carson, outlet feed to Delenti. Lines up the corner. 3, no good. Rebound tipped. Gracie Butler couldn't get 2 hands on it. Possession goes back to Stewart's Creek. Winner of this game would get Mount Juliet tomorrow. Pass across, nearly intercepted. Delenti touches it, and now she'll be called for a foul. Just going after it from behind against Kiner. First foul against the Lady Bees today.
And we've seen that Mount Juliet team play the Lady Cavaliers on Saturday. We're tied at halftime with the Lady Cavaliers, and the Lady Cavs able to pull away late.
And we think that Mount Juliet plays Portland next or at 6 o'clock tonight, but pretty big favorite in that matchup. 1:15 to go. Skip pass ahead. Upperman still pressing. Davis lines up to 3. Nothing but net. Sophia Davis, her second triple, keeping them in it. Down 6.
You said it. That's keeping them in it right now. That deep ball, but Upperman can obviously knock him down in a hurry as well.
Here's Gracie Butler. One-on-one. She likes the speed. Drives in, puts it up. Gracie Butler with 2 more.
Yeah, she's going to have that, especially an advantage on Kennard in the middle. Goes right past her and able to get it to go.
Kennard tries to fire it ahead. A good catch to keep it in here by Blanks. And now across the timeline comes Stein. 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Upperman's lead is 8. Stein off the handoff. Carson picks her up. Now goes back out to Davis. Davis has shown the range here in the first quarter. Over to Mira Maynard. Maynard, 30 seconds left to go. Left side for Blanks. Blanks tries to drive on Crouch. Upperman's in there 2-3. Butler nearly stole it. Goes back to Kynard. Or Kennard, I should say. 16 seconds left. Stewart's Creek goes to
I
take the
said it
hold.
last year and all the last couple of years at least.
I'm reading it. There's a Y in there. We'll figure it out. Little touch pass inside. Now they'll kick out. She triggers the 3. No good. Rebound down. Right place, right time, and a foul. This one's going to go on Maggie Butler, her first, team second. 2 free throws upcoming here for Stewart's Creek as Amira Maynard will go to the line.
Yeah, and with 1.5 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter as well. Really good defensive possession there. Just can't quite come up with the stop in the very end.
The rebounds, or the free throw rather, spins out. About a second and a half ran off after that whistle there. That matters more right now because you'd rather have 3 than 1.5 to try and get a couple of dribbles and a shot. Now, very unlikely for anything to happen for you. Next one is up. That one is through for Maynard. 1.5 seconds. They're going to give a runway here for Gracie Butler to get a running start.
Roll it.
She'll pick it up, turns around, half-court shot. This would count if it goes, but it does not. Too strong. Brings us to the end of another strong first quarter for the Upperman Lady Bees. They're in front of Stewart's Creek, 16-9. This is Upperman basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Taylor Delenti with 10 points leads the Upperman Lady Bees as they're out in front of Stewart's Creek, 16-9 here in this opening round matchup. Winner gets the winner of Mount Juliet and Portland tomorrow. Loser gets the loser of that matchup in this Thanksgiving tournament. The rare Thanksgiving tournament that the Lady Bees have played in. They played in Thanksgiving Classics as now a give and go into Gracie Butler, and she's fouled. They'll get Stein for her first, and Gracie Butler will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. But for them, they wanted to get a little bit more tournament atmosphere. So they have this one, they have the one in Florida, and then they have the great one out in Greenville, the Andrew Johnson Classic. So 3 tournaments before, obviously, the big tournaments in February and March.
And just 7 AAA district play, which is ridiculous in and of itself.
Gracie Butler has 7 points already. Fouled out against Van Buren County in the fourth quarter, but not wild fouls, just within the natural flow of the game. She was having a great performance there as well, as it's 2 for 2 for her, and Upperman's lead is back to 9. Full court press time here, trying to break it ahead. Nice outlet feed as Malone sends it over right side to Davis. Davis has a pass tip stolen away, and it's knocked out of play. It will stay with Stewart's Creek.
Official kind of helped it stay in for a second, but yeah, you said it. This defensive pressure has been really solid early on from the Lady Bees, especially in that full court. Stewart's Creek has actually done a little bit better job here, at least start in the second quarter.
Maynard going to give back to Davis. She kept him in at 6 points, all from long range in the first quarter. She's picked up here by Gracie Butler. Works off a screen. Now Davis back right side. Butler stays with her. High dribble, now nearly a travel. Gives back to Davis again. Davis works off a Maynard screen. Out to Malone. Malone over to Stein, left wing side. 7:18 to play here in the first half. 18-9 in favor of the Lady Bees. Top of the circle here, trying to find somewhere to go with the basketball. Maynard now has it. Picked up by Delenti, works over a screen. Maynard kicks back to Malone. Malone. This is stifling defense. Davis now just going to trigger the 3. Can't hit. Rebound down. Grabbed by Cassie Crouch. What a possession on the defensive end.
Yeah, great box out on the back end by Maggie Butler and Cassie Crouch as well.
Butler, a feed to South for 3. Short-armed it, but Delenti wins the fight for the board. Now backside to Butler off the glass for 2.
Yeah, really good rebound. Good cut to the bucket underneath as well. Nobody picked up Butler, so was able to find her for the easy deuce.
20 for the Lady Bees. It's 10 for Taylor Delenti, 10 for Gracie Butler. 90 seconds into the second quarter. Now a near steal. Will it be a steal? Butler's on the floor. It is. Delenti comes away. Now an outlet feed to Maggie Butler, who possesses over her back of the foul.
It's a heck of a catch by Maggie Butler in transition on a tough pass and able to make the catch, able to draw the contact and be at the line for 2.
Janiyah Bryant called for the personal. Team second, and Maggie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Her first one, no good. Kennard checking back in here for Stein. A little more size. Maggie Butler's been really good. You're getting a theme. It's been a strong start for the Lady Bees. Next one is good for her. Upperman's lead is up to 12. Inbounds pass poked by Crouch out of play. It stays with Stewart's Creek.
Yeah, that's the big thing right now. They're just struggling to get the ball in bounds to even get into their full court break.
Baseline inbound. Davis has it in the corner. Fires best. Tip by Maggie Butler. Knocked out of play. Stewart's Creek gets it again. Nowhere to breathe right now. Kennard to inbound. Bounces it in again to the corner. Gets it back to Kennard. That pass nearly intercepted. The high pass grabbed. Now Kennard with it. Finally, Stewart's Creek gets it across the timeline. As they go back to Meyer Maynard. Maynard checks back to Coach Jones for a new play call. Now Davis off a screen. Crouch there with her. Davis back over to Maynard. Maynard, right side, trying to get it to Kennard. Pass out of play, and it's a fortunate break for Stewart's Creek because Butler touched it with a hand on its way out of play.
Yeah, she was trying to track the basketball, and the pass was so high that she couldn't even track it down, even though she was behind Kennard in good position.
Baseline inbound coming here, thrown over to Kennard. She traveled, took 4 steps. Possession back the other way to the Lady Bees.
I will say, the officiating's been better in this one.
Well, it's literally impossible for it to be worse. But it has been, to your point. 21-9, they're letting them play for the most part, but the obvious stuff, you got to call it. Pass tip, Delenti with it. Skip pass to a wide-open Gracie Butler. Head fake, she'll drive. What a feed. South to Delenti, back into Butler. Butler turns back to South, lines up the 3. Can't hit off back iron, rebound down. This one grabbed by Maynard. Maynard fires a pass ahead, stolen away. Gracie Butler read it the whole way. Now Butler with speed, weaving through traffic. Gracie Butler is fouled. Amira Maynard called for her second. Butler back to the line.
And you can see the speed on display of Gracie Butler in this game. She gets the steal, beats everybody down the floor, and able to draw the contact. It's what she's been so good at really for the last few years, driving inside, drawing contact, and getting finishes.
First one no good. The one area that Upperman want to improve right now at the free throw line. Scoreless opening 2.5 minutes for Stewart's Creek here in the second quarter. Next one for Gracie Butler. Rattles through. 11 so far for her. Pass just taken away by Maggie Butler right to Delenti for an easy lay again. Watch out.
I'm laughing because it looked like they just passed it to Maggie Butler.
She's tipped it with a hand now near steal. It's loose on the floor. Diving for it. There's a jump. The arrow belongs to Stewart's Creek. This is a defensive clinic being put on right now.
And it feels like one of those state tournament games that we've seen the Lady Bees playing where it's just getting out of hand and there is nothing that the other team can do about it.
Still a long way to go. 15-point game, 5:07 to go. Brentwood came back with an unbelievable streak from three-point land, and then Upperman called timeout and won by double digits.
Yeah, well, if Stewart's Creek is a similar team as last year, they ain't doing that.
Davis sends over to Maynard. Now Stein with it. If it's going to be Stein and Davis who shoot the 3. And another travel. Just jumped with the basketball. Malone, it'll go the other way. And Stewart's Creek, listen, they beat GCA 43-34. Hard-fought game with Independence, who's not a bad basketball team, 50-39. In a world of hurt right now, down 15. Here's Carson, sends to Delenti. Right side, Bella Fye. She can really shoot off the bench, but a pass stolen away, tipped. Now an outlet feed ahead. Here's Davis. Carson from behind with the swipe, disrupted, rebound, put back, and a foul. Only the third foul against Upperman today, but it's the second on Taylor Delenti, and a trip to shoot 2 at the line upcoming here for Riley Stein.
Yeah, and you got to credit the effort trying to get back and try to get a stop at the other end after the turnover. But, yeah, another foul, and this is for Stewart's Creek. You got to use this to your advantage, trying to get back into the game.
First points of the quarter for Stewart's Creek comes 3:30 into the frame. The Stein connects on the first. Delenti going to stay in there with those 2 fouls. Obviously a ton of trust for her. Next free throw, no good. Rebound down. Carson comes away with it. Now in a foot race, here's T.T. Carson. Carson slows, now accelerates inside, finds a cutting Gracie Butler for 2 more.
That's a really good job by Gracie Butler, finding your younger teammate, getting into a spot where she can get you the ball, and a good pass as well by Carson.
And now a whistle and another travel. Just a lot of kind of sliding on pass fakes right now for Stewart's Creek.
Well, no, I think a lot of it is because that defensive pressure has been so good for the Lady Bees. They're so unsure of where they want to go with the basketball. They think it's going to get picked off.
Delenti inbounds to Gracie Butler again, and the onslaught is on. An 18-point Lady Bee lead. We're not even midway through the second quarter. And it's just like seeing ghost right now.
It really is.
Just trying to figure out where to go with the basketball. I mean, running out of time now on the 10-second clock. Pass ahead into the half court. 3-ball. This would help on its way. No good. Maggie Butler just wrestled the rebound away. They'll call a jump. The arrow belongs to Upperman.
That was pretty good for Maggie Butler. Wasn't in great position to get that rebound, but you said it. Wrestled it away, able to get it and earn the jump ball.
9 in the quarter, 15 today for Gracie Butler, and she gets a well-earned breather.
I'll say.
3:50 to go. Carson going to bring it up. South checked in for her. Pass to Delenti. Delenti skips it back to Carson. Carson slices through the lane, kicks out to South. Now to Delenti. Lines up another 3. This one won't go. Maggie Butler, what a work on the boards. Gets another one over to Delenti. Sadie South's wide open. Pass back. Delenti.
Stewart's Creek in a 1-2-2 right
wide
now.
open. That's the last person on earth to do that to. Rebound down to Bella Phi. Phi wide open. Why not? She'll trigger the 3 and hits. Bella Phi with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
If they're going to drop back in a zone, good luck. You can't.
And this is what you do when you're out of answers. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Pass ahead. Finds the target. T.T. Carson pokes it free. It'll stay on this end with Stewart's Creek.
I mean, you got to try something, but a 1-2-2 is not the answer.
Gracie Butler checking back in. Hey, was I lying?
No, this is a good team.
Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah, no, it's my first chance getting to see them, and, yeah, they're pretty good.
In a sea of great girls basketball teams.
I'll say this, too. Stewart's Creek is tired of seeing Upper Cumberland basketball teams.
No doubt about it. Inbounds pass. Finds Davis. She'll send it over to Stein. Back to Davis. You just want to have something you can go into the locker room with. Davis triggers the 3. That would help. Doesn't go. Maggie Butler. No, it's Gracie with the rebound. Gracie has it poked free from behind, though, and now working it inside. Contact. And then a block. T.T. Carson going to be called for the personal, and this will be 2 free throws upcoming here for Amira Maynard.
That's one of the first miscues we've seen from the Lady Bees here in this first half, and that turnover in the transition. Haven't had too many of them, but that one is another, and the Stewart's Creek Lady Redhawks been able to get to the line a couple of times, but haven't been able to convert a lot of these free throws.
Maynard 1 for 2 today, misses the first. Sometimes it's not your day. Still a long way to go.
Definitely not the first half.
It may not be their day. As Cassie Crouch to the table. Next one, no good as well. Gracie Butler has another rebound. Kind of twisted her ankle, but she says she's okay. She's got a smile on her face as Carson. Little hezzy, now back to South, over to Butler. Butler going to drive and kick to Phi. In the corner, Bella Phi again, no rebound down. South tips it, Carson runs it down. It's loose.
Ooh.
Bodies everywhere. We'll have a whistle and a tie-up. The arrow belongs to Stewart's Creek.
Hey, Bella Phi's come in and played hard. She just took a shot right there going for that loose ball on the floor. She's got a really good shot as well on the outside. Obviously already hitting one, and she's feeling the remnants of going for that loose ball right there.
And right now, Dana McWilliams rolling the rotations here. You've seen 9 Lady Bees play so far. Inbound, tipped up. Maggie Butler got another one. Back to Crouch, over to South. Touches it to Crouch again. Phi, left wing side. Starts baseline now back to Gracie Butler. 5 out here for the Lady Bees. Butler going to drive inside. Finger rolls blocked by Kennard. Stays on this end.
Maggie Butler's been really, really impressive, especially defensively at the front of that full court pressure. Has created a ton of turnovers on the inbounds and steals.
Remember, last year was her first year playing. She tore
right.
ACL right before her sophomore season, so she looks like a more experienced player. Delenti, South is wide open in the corner. 4-3. Easy money. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for one of the best shooters in the state. And now a foul as Crouch will get called for a bump.
Yeah, you can't leave her open. You can't leave really any of these Lady Bees open.
Abby Stone to the table. She's going to check in. Maggie Butler earns a breather. Kennard trying to inbound, and she's probably thankful that Butler is going to the sideline right now. Inbound to Stein. Now Kennard has it. Kennard, overhand pass ahead to Davis. Back to Kennard. Nearly another travel. It's another steal. Sadie South picked it off. Now South slows it down over to Crouch. Crouch to Delenti. Delenti to Gracie Butler. Gracie B floating back. Now to the baseline, spins back, 24-point game. Picks up her dribble, got to go somewhere. Finds an outlet in the form of Cassie Crouch. 34-10. Lady Bees in front. 1 point in the quarter for Stewart's Creek. Crouch. Hands off Delenti, now Butler. Left side South. Back to Butler. Gracie activates, drives inside, kicks back to Crouch. Crouch going to drive the lane. Crouch bumped in the foul. Cassie Crouch to the line to shoot 2. They're going to get Amira Maynard. That's her 3rd personal foul.
Yeah, she had a couple of options there. Obviously, she could have kept it. She could have dumped it off there to Gracie Butler as well. Decides to keep it, able to get the contact, and we'll have a couple of freebies.
First one for Crouch. Connects. Sophomores. She's been a huge key this year, Jacob. Just distributing the basketball, protecting it to these tons of weapons that you've seen on display so far.
Yeah, and Coach Dana Mack is kind of that point guard coach and has been really, really solid in developing point guards. And obviously there's been a Crouch that's come through here a time before that was pretty good.
And Sadie South just intercepted another pass, kicks back. Gracie Butler's wide open. She'll put it on the hardwood, sends back to Crouch. It's way over double-digit turnovers for Stewart's Creek in the first half. It may be over 20. It's close. Right side South. She lines up another 3. That one's no good. Stone with an offensive rebound. Back to Crouch. She'll flip it to Butler. Butler, head of steam. Kicks out South. Now over to Carson. Carson with a flip to South. South back to Crouch. Under a minute to play in the second quarter. Carson drives, kicks back for Butler. 52 seconds for Gracie Butler, and now the senior says, come on. Going to reset here. 36-10, one-on-one. Gracie Butler sees an opportunity, drives and kicks over to Stone on a fastball. Could have gone up, instead gives to Carson, who drives inside. T.T. Carson for 2.
Happy Stone had a wide-open layup and decided to pass it off, at least to 2 points anyways. But
give her an assist instead.
Yeah.
Now a pass, a ball hit from behind. Right place, right time. Maynard puts it in. Only field goal of the quarter for Stewart's Creek. Crouch with a ton of speed and a 26-point advantage over to South. Back to Crouch. Upperman looking for the last shot. 8 seconds left. Gracie Butler one-on-one. Hezzy, drive, off the glass, 2 more. Domination by the Lady Bees, and that will be the final play of the first half. After 2, it's Upperman 40, Stewart's Creek 12. We'll be back with the Happy Hiller halftime show on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care, right where life happens.
It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. At the break, all Lady Bees out in front of Stewart's Creek 40-12, trying to sweep a doubleheader because the Bees just knocked off Webb in the first round of their tournament, 51-42. We're joined by Upperman assistant Austin McWilliams again. Coach, thanks for joining us here. Tournament, you don't typically play in a lot of Thanksgiving tournaments. It's those holiday or Christmas tournaments. So first off, let's start there, and then we'll get into the game. What do you need to get done out of this, coming into a tournament atmosphere with a pretty good field?
Yeah, of course. It is a lot different for us, obviously, with Tito SAA adding this third tournament. It just kind of gives us another opportunity to kind of, put yourself in a situation where, ultimately you got to win 3 games to win a championship. That's kind of what you shoot for in the postseason. So it's a good opportunity for us to learn how to play those 3 games in a row and how to work through that. But obviously, this is a really good field, and obviously Webb was a really good opponent today. So luckily, we got to win there, and hopefully we can do a little damage tomorrow. Tennessee Heat's going to be a really good test for us, so it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
51-42. It was not the prettiest start in the world for your guys, but you come through in the end with a strong fourth quarter. Your overall thoughts on how the game today went?
Yeah, I mean, we started out a little slow. It's a little weird environment in here. There's not a ton of people, and it's the middle of the day. It's a lot of different things to try to get motivated and get going. But ultimately, we got to be a little bit better in those ways, especially as some of our older guys to help us get through some of that stuff. But it was a good learning experience for us today to try to figure out, when things don't go your way, that we can still figure out ways to get it done.
You had 15 points in the fourth quarter, and Ty Cobb scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. We said as the quarter starts, this is where you have a great luxury of having number 0 with the basketball. I have to imagine that gives you a lot of confidence in a tight game getting into the fourth quarter, knowing 100% of the time you got the best player on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Ty's a really good player for us, and he did a great job in the fourth quarter. Played a little banged up today. And we'll be interested to see how the next 2 days go for him, just health-wise. But, he was able to kind of manage the game throughout and get us to the fourth quarter, and obviously he made some plays. We had some really big plays defensively. I had a couple guys, too, at the end, and, rebounding the ball, guys like Colton Johnson, those guys that kept us in the game when we got into a bad spot or got to a big possession. And then ultimately there, Ty made a couple baskets and they fouled us at the end. So, but obviously having Ty, it does help in those fourth quarter situations, and then it makes it a lot easier for everybody.
And to that point, other guys, game-changing moment maybe when Lofton Crouch took that charge on the other side. He had a good performance against Page, another good performance today. A guy that's one of those guys that plays more minutes that didn't get a ton of opportunities last year. How about his performance today and what you're going to need out of him, guys like Finn Sissom, as you move through the early portion of this season?
Yeah, and in between some of those guys there, that next kind of role there, either coming off the bench or either starting, depending on what their role is for the day. Collectively, they have to be really good for us to be good. And Lofton Crouch has had 2 really good days. Obviously, his first game is kind of thrown him to the fire against a really good 4A team, and it was a hard scenario to kind of be in, and he didn't play as well as he had hoped, but he has played well the last couple days. So we're really excited about him, and he actually shoots the ball a lot better than he even has, so there's another layer to it for us, for him. But, Finn Sissom has been a big piece for us as well. He's only going to get better, too. He is a junior, but he's not had much experience, playing behind a couple guys that are really, really talented. And so him adding another layer to our size and length, and there's a lot of things that he can do to help us. Same as kind of like Joseph Maynard. He made a big defensive play down here.
Yep.
Late in the game, the kid is a really good player for Webb. Joseph got up and blocked his shot, and it kind of kept us in a scenario where we kept rolling.
Now you get Tennessee Heat. You mentioned, I think most people understand now that is a really good program. They have been on the rise over the past half decade or so. They are legit. A lot of guys who are going to play at the next level. The challenge that possesses here in a tournament atmosphere to turn around tomorrow, have a really good team in a semifinal game as you try to prepare for what this looks like in February and March.
Correct. Obviously, they are really talented, and Coach Bond does a good job with them. And they're always going to be in the right spots and do the right things. And they're big, long, and athletic. Got really skilled guards. It's definitely going to be a challenge for us, and it's something that should be really fun for us to kind of to go against and compete against. So obviously their scenario is a little different with the players they have and the games they play. They've already played 7 games, I think, in the season. So obviously that plays a factor into it. With hopefully that they're probably a little bit more ready to play than we are. We're still on day 2 and 3 of practice with guys like Colton Johnson. So we're hoping we'll be a lot better at some point as well when we get in a little deeper.
Well, the Bees get Tennessee Heat tomorrow. We'll be here for it here in Mount Juliet as the Thanksgiving tournament rolls on. The third best golfer on the headsets today. That's Austin McWilliams. That's
correct. Right now it's correct probably, but I'll get a chance to redeem myself here coming in Florida.
I got to go see our friends at Tee Up a few times in Florida. I'm in big trouble.
100%.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bed, 2-bathroom home in the desirable Poplar Point subdivision in Rickman. This home sits on just under an acre with a 2-car garage and over 1,500 square feet of living space. It's the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique. It's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
The Southwell Auto Clinic, your hometown auto doctors, located on, you guessed it, Southwell Avenue in Cookeville. Stop in, tell them that we sent you. You know that funny noise your car's been making? It would really be bad if that noise turned into something big on your way to Thanksgiving dinner. You should go get it looked at tomorrow at the Southwell Auto Clinic, your hometown auto doctors. Jacob Vincent, joined by Noah McKay. We're happy to be along with you today. 40-12, Lady Bees, pure dominance, Jacob, in that first half.
They're really, really good, and they showed that, and they've shown that in the first couple of games, and in that first half, Stewart's Creek just could not move the basketball up the floor. I mean, that was the main thing, especially in that second quarter. They just had the 1 field goal in the second quarter. Offensively, Upperman is getting anything they want, whether it's inside, outside with the 3 ball. They're getting to the line as well. Defensively, just absolutely stifling. Really, really good first half, and we'll see if that continues on here in the second half and what kind of adjustments that Stewart's Creek has made.
A discussion is going to begin about Gracie Butler because she's doing it again. 17 points in the first half, 12 for Taylor Delente, a host of turnovers. It's Lady B basketball as we get back to it. Right side, Sadie South, back to Crouch. Delente with it. Delente looking at a trap look here for Stewart's Creek. Crouch with a skip pass over to South. Now she'll reverse floor to Maggie Butler, now to Crouch. Just moving it across the floor. Sadie South in rhythm for 3. Couldn't get the roll. Rebound down. Maynard able to keep it in. Maggie Butler just stole another one. Back to South. Over to Gracie. Gracie to Maggie. Now Crouch. Crouch to Maggie. Maggie to Gracie. Gracie with room to operate. Back to Delente. Her turn from the left wing. That's no good. Rebound down. Maggie Butler with another steal. Here's Gracie with it. Gracie to Delente. Skips it across to South. Now to Crouch. Back to Maggie. She'll line up the 3. Her turn. Got it. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Maggie Butler. And the Lady Bees are in front by 31 points.
Yeah, at some point it was going to go down, right? They were able to finally get it around to that left wing side. There's another steal.
Sadie South with a steal. Passes it to Gracie Butler. She missed it. Maynard going to bring it across the timeline. A little bit fast. Nice feed over. Kennard tries to go into Butler off the glass. No, Maggie Butler with another rebound. Now Gracie Butler with a smile on her face. Left-hand lay is good for 2.
It took Stewart's Creek 1 minute and 8 seconds to get it into the front court. And they're still down 5-0 in the second half.
Not all blowouts are alike. This one
it's just pure
is
domination.
Absolutely a blowout.
Yeah.
45-12. Maynard across the timeline. Sends it right side to Stein. Stein has a pass. Gracie Butler just goes and intercepts it. Dives on the floor. Maynard able to go and grab. Davis grabs. Butler a little bit slow to get up. That's not what you want to see. She's having a great day. But she dove on the floor. There's a little collision there. Not sure what it is. She has a kind of a smirk on as Reagan Lamb, one of the best trainers, goes out to look at her.
We got the wind knocked out
That's
of her?
exactly what I was just thinking. Dove on the basketball there, and she tried to get up, and if that wind gets knocked out of you, you're not getting back
wheezing.
up. Help back up under her feet, and it's not. She's favoring her left leg, so obviously hope that's just a bruise. She has a smile on her face, as she usually does. Going off the court, hopefully just bang knees somewhere on the ground. mentioned, one of the best trainers in the world looking at her down there on the sideline. 45-12. Carson checked in for. Now a drive inside. And that's a travel. Yeah. They gave her 4. The 5th, it was going to go the other way.
You can't do that. And in Colton Johnson's case, you can't do anything.
You can't take 1. Officiating's been a million times better in this game than in the boys' game. South corner 3, wide open, why not? Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Sadie South, her second of the day, and the Lady Bees lead by 36 points.
Yeah, they just hurt you in so many different ways. You've got Sadie South and Taylor Delente, your two just knockdown shooters. You can bring Phi in off the bench as well, and then obviously Gracie Butler can do what she can do offensively, but defensively is where they really, really hurt you, and that's on display tonight.
Malone sends over left side for Maynard. And there's just a perplexed look on the face of Stewart's Creek.
Mm-hmm.
They had 9 points in the first quarter. They have 12 with 5:10 to go.
And how many times have we seen that from the Lady Bees?
Kennard kicks out to Davis. Yeah, to that point, as Davis misses the 3. Long rebound, won by Stein. Second chance for Stewart's Creek. Great screen. Gets Stein free. Her lay won't go. Rebound down to Delente. Delente to South. Running the floor in a foot race. Sadie South missed it. Rebound down. Grabbed by Davis. Davis checking over her shoulder as she weaves through traffic. Sophia Davis now floats back as Delente arrives from behind. Sends over to Stein. Four and a half minutes to go. Now a baseline drive, Malone. She traveled. Kennard hasn't. Back to Maynard.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, well. Left side, Stein. Stein going to drive and kick. No SK Creation scoreboard because it's the only game going on right now, but they are the scoreboard sponsor this year for the Lady Bees.
Yeah, not too many Monday games other than here in Mount Juliet.
Pass left side down to low block. Kennard, there's a tie-up. They're going to get TT Carson, I think, for a foul here. It'll be her second.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Carson.
Yes.
4 minutes to go exactly, third quarter, 48-12. And Bailey Brown going to check in here for Kennard. Inbounds pass flown over the top. Driving inside. Davis just barreled in, lost her footing. It's a travel. The difference right now, Jacob, with the dominance, because you're right, we've seen this level of dominance defensively. It's the offense on top of it.
Yep.
That is the difference for Upperman so far through 3 games.
Yeah, you're used to seeing the Lady Bees shut out teams in quarters, only give up 2 or 3 points in quarters, but then they're only scoring about 38, 40 points a game. Well, they've got 48 right now with still 3:45 to play in the third.
It's 51 because Taylor Delente just popped off a screen and rained home another. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. How about 15 for Taylor Delente, her season high?
I'm going to go out on a limb. We're going to have a running clock in the fourth.
Oh, yeah, that's in the bag. Stein off a screen, step back 3. Nope. Maggie Butler with another rebound. Maggie working through traffic, fires it ahead. That one tipped. South went off her back, stayed in bounds. An opportunity for Malone as she barrels inside, and a foul will be called on Carson for a block. Her third and 2 free throws upcoming here for Aaliyah Malone. 51-12 our score. Yeah, we could change the running clock rule to include the third quarter. You're not coming back from 35
especially
down.
in a Thanksgiving classic.
Another missed free throw.
But they might put them ahead of schedule too much, though, then, if they do that.
And Gracie Butler's day is going to be done.
No reason to
exactly
push
right.
it.
There's zero reason to put her back in the game as Malone makes the second free throw, and that's the first points of the quarter for Stewart's Creek. They've had 4 points in the second and third quarters. Crouch sends over to Delente. Right side, Crouch. Crouch, baseline drive, fires it, and did not have her teammate where she thought she was. Turnover, a very rare turnover today. Possession back the other way, now a pass to Stein, baseline feed across to Brown, who puts it in with the right hand. Bailey Brown with 2 points off the bench. Watch out, here comes Stewart's Creek. Crouch gets away from Stein, sent to the corner. Probably don't leave her open. Taylor Delente splashes home another. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. That is the 4th of the day for Taylor Delente.
You're mean.
What? What did I say? Maynard brings it. Stein has it. Works off a screen, drives, throws up the runner, no good. Rebound down, rebound away. Here's Sadie South in a foot race ahead. South with Malone chasing Sadie South. Too quick, 2 more.
It's a good job by South, able to create the turnover and use her speed to her advantage that time. Missed the last bunny, able to get that one to go.
The run is over. It's 56-15. 1:45 to go. Pass over. You're going to have to do play-by-play for a minute.
You started this.
90 seconds left in the third quarter. Sadie South with more stifling defense. And a whistle and a timeout called by Hannah Jones, who's just trying to find an answer here. It's a quick cash pawn timeout on the floor with 1:26 to go. And still the third quarter. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here.
Yeah, and again, you're just looking for answers at this point. If you're Stewart's Creek, especially with 1:26 to play, you're down 41. Nowhere you expected this in this ball game for Stewart's Creek, especially with the way that they played in their first 2 with Independence and Grace Christian Franklin. So you're playing a really good Upperman team. Upperman has played really well in these first 3 games, and you've seen them in these 3 games. They play better than this.
Probably not, but they played
been pretty good.
They've been really, really well. They're about to. Some people are about to be put on notice, and they have an opportunity tomorrow against Mount Juliet,
Yep.
Portland, and then Wednesday with Blackman.
Yeah,
and that will be no doubt their biggest test if they can get to Blackman. But the way this team is playing, they're going to feel like they can hang with any team in the state. Moving screen as Carson worked through it, they'll go back the other way, and rightfully so. I mean, the way they have played today, they can compete with anybody.
Yeah, 100%.
Bailey Brown called for her first personal. 1:25 to go in the third quarter. A 41-point Lady B lead. Carson with it in the half court. South has it. Now 5. And they'll call a travel. Shuffling the feet on the pass attempt. Possession back with 1:12 to go in the third.
And she did just a little bit. I wondered if they were going to call it or not. They do eventually get it. Took them a second. Just a little too quick. Stewart's Creek will move it around as they look for an open shot. Here's Davis.
Davis sends over right side from the wing. Now Malone tries to work on South. Swipe by Maggie Butler, who's played unbelievable today.
She's got to have at least 6 or 7 steals.
Here's Delente with it. Thought about the backdoor cut. Instead finds Maggie Butler. Butler fires it into Phi. Couldn't get it cleanly. Saved in. Phi with it. No whistle. We play on. Delente with it. 36 seconds. Now Maggie Butler. Now she'll line up the 3. Good. Maggie Butler with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. It's her second. And now maybe she could get a double-double. Up to 7 points.
It might not be rebounds. Maybe the steals.
Yeah, triple-double watch with steals. We'll have to wait and see. 18 seconds to go. And Lady Bees, they only dress out 12 girls. But Gracie Butler out for the remainder of the contest. So you're going to see some players play a lot. There's another rebound for Maggie Butler. 7 seconds left for Taylor Delente. Over to Phi. Phi with 4 seconds. Great feed to South. Bobbled. Puts it up. Carson has to shoot it. It's blocked out of play. It's a foul, but it's also 59-15. Right. Into the third. Upperman completely dominating. Up by 41 points. This is Upperman basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine. your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Clock is about to run here in Mount Juliet. This has been obliteration at the hands of the Lady Bees. 59-15 over Stewart's Creek in this opening round matchup.
That's a really good way to put it.
Thank you. Now, starters against backups. Let's see how this one goes. Fi right there. She'll get called for a little bit of a reach in as Maynard tried to work past her. So 5 on the floor here. Bella Fi, Abby Stone, Bella Butler getting action for the first time. Liliana Wilson getting action here, and DT Carson on the floor as well. First personal on Fi. Inbounds pass sent in. Grabbed by Malone. Now back to Maynard. Maynard. And the Lady Bees haven't had to play a lot of their 2-3 zone today, Jacob.
Right.
And that continues as that one's out of play. Great defense by Fi, and it goes back the other way.
Yeah, a lot of it's been in their full court pressure. They haven't had to drop back into their zone, but a lot of it has been in that just on-ball defense, been able to create a lot of steals, stepping in front of passing lanes. It's been really, really good defensively today.
Carson sees a lane, drives, puts it up, counted in the foul. T.T. Carson continuing her strong start to the season and will try to complete a three-point play.
That's a heck of a drive there by Carson, who's able to throw it up there, get a bucket to fall, draw the contact, and you said backups against some of the starters here for Stewart's Creek as well, and still able to get some points on the board.
Carson with 5 points. Her day is done. Here's Aspen Hayes for the first time this season. Everybody's going to play today for the Lady Bees. Amelia Carr, the last one, who we will see at some point, I would imagine, if she's able to go today. 62-15. It was 16-9 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it was still a ball game at the end of the one.
Brown turnaround shot, no. Box out and a rebound. Bella Fi is playing well today as she'll bring it up. Fi driving all the way inside. Coast to coast, good for 2 more. Lady Bees lead by 49 points against 4A Stewart's Creek, who was 1-1 and lost by 11 3 days ago.
To Brentwood.
To Independence. I misspoke.
Independence.
Earlier. Rebound down to Liliana Wilson.
That's a little different.
Still not a bad team. Here's Hayes. Sends it left side for Wilson. Wilson, one dribble. Looking for an outlet. Feeds it across to Fi. She'll line up the deep 3. That one's no good. Rebound off the face of the Lady Redhawks and down to Hayes. Back to Wilson.
Shoot it.
She will. Lines up the 3. Can't quite hit. Back iron. Rebound down. Tipped by Butler. And that one's grabbed by Hayes. Over to Butler. Bella Butler for 3. Popped out. No. Close looks. Rebound down. Saved inbounds again. Wilson comes away. 100-10 on the boards today. Now driving inside is Fi. Her shot won't go. Stone wrestles the rebound. Put back. They call it a travel. Possession back the other way. 64-15.
There were 3 different Lady Bees that were wide open underneath the basket there.
I think that the travel was simply because that was the only way Stewart's Creek was going to get the ball back.
Yeah. They weren't rebounding it, that's for sure.
5:05 to go in regulation. Stein bounces it over right side. There was a moment in about the second quarter where you could see just the confusion set in. And it was doomed from there. Look at Stone in the low block. Gets the offensive player off her spot. Possession back to Upperman.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's been up and down the roster, making plays, especially defensively, and offensively been able to do some nice things as well. Been a very balanced attack on that side.
Gracie Butler left the game. They didn't slow down either.
No.
Just continued to roll. Fi loses handle on it. Was it tipped? No. It'll go back the other way to Stewart's Creek. 4.5 to go. Running clock is a beautiful thing.
It really is. We very much enjoy that.
Busy day tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Cookeville takes on Brentwood, boys and girls.
Yep.
Then here.
1 and 2:30.
Here starting at 3:30 and 5, I believe is correct. It'll be the Bees, followed by the Lady Bees. And then we will have Pickett County Stone Memorial. Those are 2 big games tomorrow. And the high school basketball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture. We'll be all across the mid-state, as we usually are. Fi sends it over right side to Butler. Bobbles now finds Wilson. Wilson skips it over to Hayes. Now left side Fi. She'll line up the 3. Got it. Nothing but nylon for Bella Fi. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. It's her second. See if they get a stoppage to get the subs in. They should. 2 at the table and a travel, and that'll be the stoppage. Upperman leads by 52 points.
That's impressive.
On pace for their biggest blowout victory in nearly over half a decade. They're going to approach the record books here shortly if this continues.
What was the South Gibson one?
They didn't score 67 in that game.
No.
That was
South
about
Gibson
the most
just didn't
stifling
score.
Game. Wilson. She can shoot it if she wants. Instead gives it
pass.
to Stone. Stone kicks out. Butler sends it over. Carr in the game now. Driving inside is Hayes. It's blocked out of her hands. Out of play, though. Stays with the Lady Bees as we near 3 minutes to go. Can Upperman get to 70?
Yeah.
Inbound Hayes. Going to go out to Butler.
There it is.
This would be it. Not yet. Rebound down to Stewart's Creek.
This makes my job running the clock real easy.
Oh, isn't it the best? Into the low block. Okay. Kennard out there. Congrats. Turnaround shot, good for 2. She's got 4 points now. I mean, what are we doing here?
They do have more than 10 players on the roster.
That one ticks me off a little bit. What are we doing here?
Stein's also still out there. I mean, you still got some of your first stringers.
I mean, this is not going to be a confidence-building moment. 2:15 to go. It's 67-17. Everybody's played for the Lady Bees today. Here's Wilson outside. Wilson thought about backdoor, instead kicks out Hayes. She'll line up the 3. Online and good. Aspen Hayes with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
That's the thing. These kids are coming in and they're shooting it, and they're good shots, good looks, and able to knock them down with good form.
Now Kennard against Stone. Stone bodies her up. Kennard puts it up. They'll count it in the foul. Gabby Kennard for 2. She'll go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. I mean, all this is trying to not make it look not as bad as it was.
It's 51.
And Dana McWilliams is a better person than I am, because I promise you Maggie Butler would be at the table right now if I was coaching. Promise you what I would do. As the free throw is good for Kennard. 1:20 to go. Butler going to bring it up.
She doesn't need Maggie Butler. They're still scoring.
It's true, but I would just do it to send a message. Stone with room to operate at the top of the key. Goes back to Hayes. She just hit a 3. Now left side, Stone wanted or had a position for a moment, cut off. Now weaving through traffic ahead. Now swipe from behind by Aspen Hayes out of play, and it's going to go to the Lady Bees. But the young freshman.
Making some nice plays, hitting some shots. Everybody getting involved.
70-20, a 50-point lead. Hayes to Butler. Yes, another Butler indeed. There's been a Butler at Upperman High School since I've been there. Since I've been in the Upper Cumberland, there's been a Butler at Upperman High School. This is Bella. Gives back to Wilson. Now left side Carr. 20 seconds. Hayes going to drive and kick back. Butler bobbles, now gather. She'll drive inside. Butler Euro steps and puts it in for 2.
That's a nice move.
Well, I'm sure her sisters have been using that move on her
right.
for a while. 8 seconds to go. Okay, they're trying to post up Kennard, and it's intercepted by Liliana Wilson. Wilson will not put it up, and that will do it to cap off complete domination by the Upperman Lady Bees. They improved to 3-0 final score. Upperman 72, Stewart's Creek 20.
Yeah, that's a heck of a win right there. You're taking on a 4A opponent that was a tournament team last year, making the region tournament out of this District 7 4A, and a really, really good win for the Upperman Lady Bees. And you said it was 16-9 at the end of 1, and then just absolutely dominated from the second quarter on, very early on in that second quarter. Continues on in the final quarter as well. Big win for the Lady Bees, and hopefully Gracie Butler able to get back out there tomorrow. Unable to finish this one out, but again, no reason to push it in the second half. And a big win, 52 points, the margin of victory. You don't see that too often, especially for the Lady Bees.
Scoring from the game is as follows. Gracie Butler leads them with 19 points, 18 for Taylor Delente, and let's go down the line. Bella Butler with 2, Cassie Crouch with 2, Bella Phi with 8, Sadie South with 8, 3 for Aspen Hayes, 7 for Maggie Butler, and 5 for TT Carson for a team total of 72 and a 52-point win. Who's the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game?
I'm going to go a different spot here. I'm going Maggie Butler. Started it defensively at the top of that full court pressure, created a ton of turnovers. Just seemed like every single time that there was a turnover, she was involved, whether it was deflecting it away into a teammate's hands or stealing it herself, and then rebounding a ton of basketballs out there as well. Had the 7 points involved, so able to get some things done defensively. Maggie Butler, your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game.
Maggie Butler is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game. Tomorrow for the Lady Bees and Bees looks like this. I had it and then I lost it. Let me get it back. The Bees will take on the Tennessee Heat at 4:30 here at Mount Juliet. The Lady Bees will take on the winner of Mount Juliet and Portland, likely Mount Juliet, but we'll wait and see, tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the semifinal round of this Thanksgiving tournament. The day starts, though, Jacob, Cookeville against Brentwood.
At Lebanon, 1 o'clock. We'll be there for that, followed by the boys as well at 2:30. So going to be a fun couple of basketball games there, and then you'll make your way over here. I'll make my way to Stone Memorial, where they'll start Pickett County and Stone Memorial at 6 o'clock, boys and girls there, and that'll be a fun one. Me and Colin Castleberry will be on the call of that one.
Best job in the world.
Really
Jacob
is.
Vincent. The Bees and Lady Bees sweep the doubleheader, narrow win for the Bees over Webb, and then a 52-point victory for the Lady Bees over Stewart's Creek to cap off the day. Keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for the latest coverage of high school sports throughout the area. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent and everybody at UCR. We say so long from Mount Juliet.